Right, so I'm going to let you guys choose what game I do for commentary, and then I'll just update you every couple minutes on what the other scores are. So I'll just look what games are, well, what games have commentary, and then I'll let everyone decide. I don't think as much people join the stream, but hopefully people can. What games have we got, Lan? PSG Monaco's on. Jeez, never saw that. Is there any championship games on? But we have Ipswich versus Blackburn, I think. I don't know what. Yeah, I think there's Ipswich versus Blackburn. I think that's the only one they've got. But it does start in 25 minutes. I'll run through every single game that's on. Bristol City, Nottingham Forest. I may do that because that's probably the best game. West Brom Bolton's on as well, I think, as well. So we'll run through every single game now. So starting with wait, why is it, wait, let me just go back quickly. No, we don't want to click that, we want to click scores and fixtures. So every game that is on: Birmingham versus Norwich, Brentford versus Rotherham, Bristol City versus Nottingham Forest, Ipswich versus Blackburn, Millwall versus Middlesbrough, Preston versus QPR, West Brom versus Bolton, Wigan versus Sheffield Wednesday. Then later on, Sheffield United v Swansea, and Accrington versus Gillingham, Barnsley v Oxford, Burton v Rochdale, Coventry v Scunthorpe, Fleetwood versus Wimbledon, Peterborough v Bristol Rovers, Portsmouth v Luton, Shrewsbury v Bradford, Southend v Doncaster, Walsall v Plymouth, and Wickham v Blackpool. And then League 2, Bury versus Yeovil, Cheltenham versus Crawley, Crewe versus Morecambe, Exeter versus Carlisle, Grimsby versus Forest Green Rovers, Mansfield versus Newport, Northampton versus Lincoln, Notts County v Colchester, Oldham v MK Dons, Port Vale v Cambridge, Stevenage v Tranmere, and Swindon v Macclesfield. Those are all the games that are on. I think we're going to do... I mean, there's a list of the games, and the only one with, like, the sound symbol is Ipswich v Blackburn, so I may have to do that. If it does show, I'll either do Bristol... But if it does it, commentary for every single one of them, I'll probably do Bristol City, Nottingham Forest, or West Brom v Bolton. We'll put a live sub count on right now. We've got 513 subscribers. We've gained 8 subscribers from last game, which is pretty decent. I've rotated the thing so it can charge now. It was on 17%, so luckily it didn't die mid-second half. Just refresh the thing. I don't think there'll be any anymore on there. Just type in EFL and just do live and see if anyone else is streaming anything. Don't think they will because it's 20 minutes till all the games start. No, there isn't anything. But if Birmingham v Norwich, these are the options of the things I can do commentating for. And Brentford, Rotherham, Bristol, 9 for us. Ipswich, Blackburn actually has one of those sound signals, symbols next to it, so that may mean that it's going to do commentary and the others don't. They're just there for doing bets and stuff. Then Millwall, Middlesbrough, Preston, QPR, West Brom, Bolton, and Wigan, Sheffield Wednesday. But then again, there's others over here as well for League One. Is there any League One? Don't think so. League Two. No, there isn't any. The only one with that thing is Ipswich, Blackburn, so I may have to do that. But every 5 minutes I will give updates on all of the scores. Just look at all the, I mean, there's no point looking at the tables, but we'll just look at them anyway. Obviously Derby are first, Reading are last in this one. And then obviously Sunderland top of the league, Charlton last. Okay. Don't know what else to show, to be honest. Guess we could show some lineups maybe for some of the games. Yeah, we'll show some lineups for a couple of the games. I don't know where the games are. Should be here. Change this to, no, that's Champions League. Need Championship. There we go. So Birmingham v Norwich lineups. Truman in goal, Colin, Morrison, Dean, Pedersen, Maghoma. Don't know how to pronounce that, but him, Gardner, Jota, Adams, and Utkiewicz, and Tim Krul, Hanley, Close, Steeperman, Marshall, Tatty, Tribal, Husband, Pucky, Rhodes, and Hernandez. And then subs, and Doyce on the bench for Birmingham. Leitner's on the bench for Norwich. Don't really, and McLean as well, new signing from West Brom, I think it is. The next game, Brentford v Rotherham. These are all games that we can do for the thing. But I think we'll have to do Ipswich, Blackburn. But in goal, we have Bentley, Dalsgaard, Conser, Mepham, Barbet, MacLeod, McEachram, Canos, Sayers, whatever his name is, Watkins and Mupe, and then Rodak, Vina, Ajay, J.E., Wood, Mattock, Newell, Vaux, Palmer, Taylor, Bourne, Smith, and the substitutes. Don't recognise any of these players. I've recognised Judge and Clark actually, and Makojo. I recognise them, but I don't recognise any of the others. Actually, Robertson, I do recognise, that's a lie. He used to play for Blackburn and he signed this summer, I think, I don't know. And Bristol City, Nottingham Forest, should recognise loads of these. Empire, Hunt, Baker, Webster, Bryan, Ellison, Pack, Brownhill, O'Dowda, Vyman and Patterson. And then Pantilmon, Dawiqua, Dawson, Fox, Osborne, Watson, Guardiola, Diaz, Carvalho, Gunkars and Murphy. That's a really good lineup for Nottingham Forest. Pretty decent for Bristol City as well. It's probably going to be the game of the day, because both teams are pretty decent, probably going to both push for playoffs, if not automatic promotion. And the bench is quite good as well. Isa from Cheltenham, he did really well. He's on the bench. Only 6 subs at the moment for Forest. Jack Colback and a couple others. Then the game we might have to do commentary for, because it doesn't have a sound symbol next to the others, is Ipswich Blackburn. We have Bieskowski, Spence, Donaldson, Chambers. Is that Callum Chambers or is that another one? I think it's another one. Surely Callum Chambers hasn't gone there. Knudsen, Scoose, Downs, Chalobah, Edwards, Harrison and Sears. And then Raya, Nyam, Laneham, Mulgrew, Williams, Smallwood, Evans, Bennett, Dax, Samuel and Danny Graham, I think that is. And then substitutes, I recognise Kenlock. Apart from that, don't recognise any. Blackburn, new promoted side. And Millwall, Middlesbrough lineup. I think Middlesbrough lineup's quite good. Archer, Romeo, Hutchison, Cooper, Meredith, Wallace, Williams, Saville, O'Brien, Gregory and Morrison. It's pretty much the same, to be honest, because they only signed like 3 players. Then Randolph, Shotton, Flint, Fry, Friend, Howson, Ledbetter, Clayton, Braithwaite, Sombalonga and Downing. Both alright lineups. I think Middlesbrough won that and maybe push for playoffs. And then the bench as well. Couple of alright players on there for Middlesbrough. And Preston Bolton, no, not Preston Bolton, Preston QPR. Is Rudd, Fisher, Clark, Davis, Hughes, Pearson, Buck, Huizan, Harrop, Brown, Robertson and Malt. And Ingram, KK, Leisner, Lynch, Bidwell, Luogno, Scowen, Osei, Samuel, Freeman, Ezzy and Smith. Subs. Wow. And final game, West Brom, Bolton. Let's see his lineup. I think West Brom's lineup's going to be pretty good. I think they got Rondon still. They're not playing him though. They got Johnstone, Neon, Bartley, Hagazi, Kieran Gibbs, Phillips, Livermore, Brunt, Barnes. I think that he's from Leicester, left mid, I don't know. Rodriguez and Robson Carnot. And then Alnwick, Wheater, Beavers. They've sent a few centre-backs, Bolton. Don't think they're playing though. Taylor, Lowe, Murphy, Amiobi, Vela, Buckley and Magnus. No Lafondra, he's on the bench. Waldschutz on the bench. Adara Bioyo on the bench. Mansi, Loney. And then Gareth Barry on the bench. Ex-Man City player. And that's, oh no, one more. Wigan v Sheffield Wednesday. Walton, James, Kipra, Dunkley, Robertson, Gibson, Macy, Powell, Jacobson, Will Gregg, Dawson, Lees, Van Aken, Padil, Palmer, Bannon, Pelu, Pesci, Hutchinson, Reach, him and Forestieri. And bench, Darren Fletcher, James Vaughan, Callum McManaman, Naismith. It's not the Norwich one, I don't think, I don't know. And George Boyd, I think, I don't know. Power on the bench. Oh. If there are any more lineups you want to see from any League 1 and 2 games, just let me know. 10 minutes till all the kickoffs have started. I'm just going to look at... no, I did not mean to click that. Just going to refresh the page and see if there is any... we might have to stream Ipswich Blackburn, which I don't really want to do. If I was going to do any of them, I'd do Bristol City, Nottingham Forest, or West Brom Bolton. But it looks like we're going to have to do one of them. Which kind of sucks, to be honest. New subscriber, XMG33, thanks for the sub. Have we even gone up? I don't think so. Maybe that's a bit from like a few minutes ago or something, because there was like 4 people on the stream. I'll type it here if I'm going to see what other people are doing, try and get some ideas or something. I don't think anyone will be doing it. Yeah, no one's even doing it. Guess we'll wait to see, and we'll run through some League 2 lineups whilst we wait for whatever's happening. Run through some League 1 lineups, also wait Accrington lineup and Gillingham lineup. I don't really know half of these players. Actually, newly promoted Gillingham, probably mid-table side. And then Barnsley, Oxford. Kavar, Pinlock, Lindsay. So Lindsay left. I don't know. It must have been someone else. It was definitely a defender that left for Reading. Don't know who it was. Potts, Moore, Bradshaw. Moncur on the bench. And then the Oxford side. I predicted 2-1 for this one because I'm doing a competition thing on an Oxford fan page. So if you get the exact prediction correct, you get 3 points if you guess the team that win the game, or if it's a draw, if you predict a draw, you get 1 point. If it's just incorrect, you get no points. So that should be a lot of fun. Burton and Rochdale lineup. A couple of players I recognise: McFadzean, Turner, Atkins, Sordell. Not full substitutes, I don't think, for both teams. No, there's only one needed for Burton. And Coventry's first game back in League 1. No McMulty this year because he went to Reading. When Novak was the centre back. But yeah, he's at the end of that list. Wimbledon and Fleetwood lineup. Spur, I believe, from Preston or Tottenham, I don't know. No Dean Marnie for Fleetwood. Don't know why. He should be their starting man. And then they'd win the league probably. Peterborough, if it lets me go down, well. And Bristol Rovers lineup. Probably both going to finish mid-table. Portsmouth and Luton. League Two winners. Probably people are expecting them to win the league or do quite well. A couple of players recognised. Pittman there. And then the bench for both teams. Chaplin on the bench for the Portsmouth. How long do we have? 5 minutes, right? We've got like 4 games left. Shrewsbury, Bradford. Pretty good game, probably one of the better ones. Pretty much surprised they have a full bench, Shrewsbury, to be honest, because they pretty much sold all their players. Southend, Doncaster. Lineups. If it goes down, well. And then subs. Walsall, Plymouth. Plymouth expected to have reached playoffs, maybe go up for automatic promotions. Matt Macy in goal, Arsenal legend. And then final game, Wycombe v Blackpool. Akinfenwa starts, so they're probably going to win. Blackpool have signed loads of players though, so they might do well this season. I think they could maybe reach playoffs, but I think they'll be just short. And the substitutes, Wycombe missing 2 players. That's all the League Ones. Don't think I'll have time for League Two. I'm going to see what's happening with the commentary things for these championship games. But I think I may have to do Ipswich v Blackburn. I'll reload the... I didn't mean to close that. Oh well. A lot of people in the last stream, a few minutes, well not a few minutes, half an hour ago, were asking me what app I use for this. It's Bet365. You just go on here and then just go down and look at the games and you can see. And then you just click on one. So I'll just click on this one. And I think we have commentary for West Brom Bolton, which is quite lucky. So I'm probably going to change stream title. Where's my phone? Oh, it's there. So I'm going to change stream title. If this does work, I'll just test it. It has got 3 minutes to kick off though, so it may not be on yet. So I'm going to change the title now. Just click on that, edit. Hello, there we go. Changes have been saved. do Ipswich v Blackburn. I mean, I could do, but I think if I do a team that were in the Premier League last season and a team that made a really good relegation escape, instead of just doing a promoted League One side and a mid-table Championship side, I think I'll do the West Brom, but I was going to do that because it didn't have the commentary up. But it should be starting now. What was I going to go on? Here we go. I need to get it up on my phone, so just hang on 10 seconds and I will have the commentary up. And then every 5 minutes I'll update everyone on all the EFL scores. It says commentary here, so it should be working. But it won't work on my computer because for some reason it's saying that my Flash player doesn't even work. We'll just go to the home screen on Bet365 and then says it hasn't kicked off yet. Although it's 1 minute past 3. Let me reload it on here. Right, it says it started, so commentary should be up. Right. I'll click on that. Wait, let me just refresh this. Right. Click on... No, it doesn't have commentary. I swear, it says it does though. I might have to do Ipswich Blackburn then. Yeah, Ipswich v Blackburn has commentary. I'll change the title.
He's one of those players that a few championship teams have looked at in the past. Yeah. So, being in League One, most of the time though, it's time at Gillingham and now at Blackburn. It's really good for Blackburn this season. Let's go there again. But as for Ipswich, not too much for me. Magnholm's not gone today. So he might be on his way. So changing Paul Hurst. So a fresh start.
Okay, that's just all you can hear is the crowd. Yeah, it's only Ipswich v Blackburn, so I'm going to have to change the title. So sorry, West Brom and Bolton fans, if you're on the stream, I can't do that because it doesn't have the commentary. Unless it has it on BBC Sport, I'm going to have to do Ipswich v Blackburn. It says West Brom first, so... Championship. Where's West Brom? Says it hasn't started. Yeah, it doesn't have commentary. Wait. That's live text commentary. Yeah, so I'm going to have to change the title and I'm just going to have to do Ipswich v Blackburn. So sorry, West Brom and Bolton fans. Unfortunately, there's no commentary for that game. But let's refresh. Mm.
The championship this season. You could probably name a good dozen before you're even talking about it. Yeah, no, I think so. And some of the bookmakers have them down as being potential candidates for relegation. As the ball's fired over to the right-hand side, Freddie Sears just keeps it in play. Came off a Blackburn man last, and it will be a throw-in to Ipswich, about 10 or 15 yards inside the Blackburn half. Just taken quickly by Jordan Spence. Gets it back off Scoops. Ultimately, Blackburn had enough players to crowd them out, but Ipswich win it back well in the middle of the park with Flynn Downs coming forward, plays it out wide to the left-hand side. Knudsen had the chance to cross, instead he goes further to that far side. And Freddie Sears, who's right football into the area, he's got a bad one on the header. It's found the top corner of the net, and what a start for the home side. 4.5 minutes on the clock, and Ipswich lead. A great cross from the far side, swung in there by Freddie Sears, and I think it might be Gwyn Edwards, the new man who's coming in the summer, who's got the goal. It's a cracking header, John.
Yeah, brilliant. Had a great ball in though, wasn't it? It worked that well to the left-hand side, Ipswich, and just had 2 against 1. Blackburn really poor at closing it down. Allows them to get on their right foot. Brilliant cross to the far post, and Edwards arrives. He's completely unmarked, but still had quite a bit to do with the header, in fairness, and he does well to guide that right into the top corner. No chance for David Raya in the Blackburn goal, and Gwyn Edwards, what a start for him, arriving from Peterborough.
Well, I did hear a stat earlier in the day which said that Ipswich have won 3 of the last 4 openers at home, and they've got off to a fantastic start again. Early stages of the game at Portman Road, and already the home side have the lead. The goal coming on 5 minutes. Freddie Sears on the left-hand side, cut back on his right foot, swung a lovely cross to the back post, and there was one of the new Ipswich signings, Gwyn Edwards, the Welshman, who was unmarked, but it's an excellent header right into the top corner, giving the Blackburn goalkeeper Raya no chance whatsoever. An early strike for Ipswich after being a pretty even start in the game. It's Ipswich 1, Blackburn 0.
Yeah, Ipswich threatening again down the left-hand side. Derek Williams with this throw-in. Blackburn just trying to shepherd that ball out. I think it's going to go for a throw. It's a perfect start for Paul Hurst. He might have had a few nerves there. I mean, stepped up a division and taking charge of this Ipswich side. They were not expected to do very much in the championship, but a goal inside the first 5 minutes. Perfect start for him and for this Ipswich side. And Blackburn, the joy of promotion last season, suddenly short-lived behind in their first game back in the championship. Goal kick to Blackburn, and they'll restart. But Gwyn Edwards as well, signing from Peterborough, so played in League One last season. Another player who stepped up and off the mark straight away.
Yeah, an ideal start for a new signing. To score like that within 5 minutes is perfect, as the goalkeeper, this time with his first touch really, Raya, not had anything to do prior to that goal, has kicked it long downfield from the goal kick. Smashed clear by Knudsen. An attempted flick on by Ellis Harrison, the other attacking new face in the Ipswich side today. Claimed he was being pulled back by Mulgrew. Referee says play on. Blackburn have it back on halfway. Breaking a left-footed ball down the line by Derek Williams. Again, Ipswich deal with it pretty comfortably. Again, Harrison is strong and he's brought down. And although he's not necessarily had any opportunities here, the lone striker Ellis Harrison, he looks like somebody who can hold the ball up and cause problems.
Yeah, he does well there. Blackburn just can't get in the game, can they? They can't get a hold of that ball at the minute. They saw that long raking pass. It's anything they've really done in the game. Ipswich have had all the ball that's been mostly in the Blackburn half, but arrested by before Rowan was here as a foul on Nyembe, and that would be a free kick to Blackburn. But Ipswich in control in the early stages.
Bristol City 1, Nottingham Forest 0 as a surprise scoreline from Ashton Gate in the Championship. I think Brentford may have taken the lead as well, haven't they, in their game?
Against Rotherham,
Yeah.
So the
not so much
boys
not
starting too well.
No. Wigan, of course, in action today as well. They were the 3rd promoted team from last season. And I have to say, before the ball was kicked today, John, I have to say, I thought Wigan and Blackburn would be okay because of the squads that they've got. I wasn't wholly convinced that Rotherham would hold their own. I think they'll probably all 3 of them finish in the bottom half come the end of the season. I think, if you look at them, Wigan look to have the strongest squad out of the 3.
Yeah, I think they do, and of course all the relegated teams from the Championship bounce straight back as well, so they're all back into the Championship. But like you say, I fear for Rotherham a little bit. I thought they were perhaps a little bit fortunate to get up through the playoffs. Shrewsbury just sort of hit bad form just at the wrong time, and allowed Rotherham to take advantage of that. The next season. Ipswich. Well, at the start of the season, but they've made a decent start here. Crunching challenge there from Spence. He's one of the Blackburn players down.
It is Elliot Bennett who was on the receiving end of that challenge. And to be honest with you, there was nothing really wrong with it, in my opinion. It's gone in on a 50-50. Yes, it's a free kick, but there's certainly no thought of a yellow card there for the Ipswich man. Elliot Bennett was winded more than anything as those are coming together, and it will be a free kick on this near side. Of course, in case you didn't hear what happened last night in the opening game of the Championship derby with a dramatic late winner in a 2-1 success at Reading, they're amongst the favourites with the bookmakers for promotion this season. Mulgrew takes the free kick, switches it over to the far side, brought down well there by Dominic Samuel, and then it's hoisted over the top down the right hand side for Niambe to chase. He's going to get there, he is, before the byline, puts the ball in towards the 6-yard box, well cleared by Chambers on the stretch, and it's quite fortunate because it fell straight to Jordan Spence, who was able to run it clear, and Ipswich try and get away themselves down that left hand side. But that's the first bit of attacking play we've really seen from Blackburn.
Yeah, first time they've had the Ipswich defence turn there, got in behind. Niambe did well actually, to keep that in, but just hooked it across goal, but no nearly yellow shirt, really attacking, just allowed Chambers to get in on the turn and get it away. But a bit more encouragement there for Blackburn down that right hand side.
Yeah, they got a bit of space, got away well. And Ipswich themselves now have won a free kick. Knudsen, who was brought down inside his own half. Ipswich in no hurry to take this, and what looks like again another blisteringly hot day. Pitch, I have to say, at Portman Road is normally immaculate anyway, but it would be on the first day of the season. Not having played, it is like a carpet out there at the minute. Knudsen has just landed on that carpet after being tripped over by Dominic Samuel. I mean, you look at Championship fixtures from recent years and you look down at the names on here, and there's not a great deal of standout of experience at this level. You'd probably say for Ipswich, Luke Chambers, Biakalski's played there for a while now, Cole Skuse and Freddie Sears. Other than that, that's quite an inexperienced side.
Yeah, it is, and they've taken a chance on a couple of younger players as well, haven't they? Likes of Shalabar in from the under-21s at Chelsea, and Ellis Harrison, the young striker from Bristol Rovers as well. So then Paul Hurst maybe trying to stamp his authority, having done a similar thing with Shrewsbury. There's a couple of Shrewsbury players, aren't there, that have wanted to maybe join him and put in their transfer requests at Shrewsbury. So expect the Ipswich squad to be swelled a little bit more over the next couple of days.
And maybe a lack of experience is something that Blackburn needs to look at as well. We'll have a look at their side in a minute, but Chalobah has possession in the middle of the park for Ipswich, out to Knudsen, who plays a 1-2 with Sears. Now maybe an opportunity for Chalobah to lift the ball in towards the area. Instead he goes backwards under pressure from Danny Graham. And now it's hoisted forward by Chambers. Long out to this right-hand side. It's overhit though. Goes out of play for a throw-in. I mean, you look at Blackburn, Danny Graham, Corey Evans, I would say Elliot Bennett. And even though Charlie Mulgrew's got a bit of experience behind him at likes of Celtic before, it's not Championship level of football. And I just wonder whether that is somewhere they need to look in and try and get a couple of experienced heads in.
Yeah, just when we were looking at the lineups, I was looking at the signings that Blackburn have brought in, and they hardly brought in anyone so far. They've not really done much of it. You can stick with the squad that got you up to, but only to a certain extent, I think. Just say that Wigan have taken the lead against Sheffield Wednesday, so one of the promoted teams are ahead in the Championship, and Millwall have just gone ahead against Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough tipped by many to go up in the Premier League, but the news ahead of that game was that Ben Gibson hasn't travelled with the Middlesbrough squad today, and that suggests he is going to Burnley.
It does look that way.
Yes, and they are fully behind as well in that game.
So Sheffield Wednesday, I think, are the only team in the Championship who haven't made a signing yet this summer, and that will be a concern for their fans. Ipswich, by the way, you've not missed anything because there's been treatment there in the middle of the park for Knudsen after he was brought down in the challenge, and they are now taking a throw-in down the right-hand side, launched long by Jordan Spence up towards the striker. He can't quite keep the ball in play, Ellis Harrison. He's wearing number 10 on his back, and I'm thinking he's supposed to be wearing 9, so I'm not sure what's gone on there in terms of Ipswich's starting lineup, because there's not a 10 on the pitch on the team sheet that we had. So I think Ellis Harrison has been given 10 rather than the 9 that's been given out on the team sheet. So I think that's a bit of an error on the part of either the person who's filled in the team sheet or the person who's dealt the kit for Ipswich today.
Yes, at least it's spelled right.
There is that. So it is the number 10 up front for Ipswich and not number 9, as we were told to say on the team sheet. The ball's crossed over to the far side, and Knudsen does well to get there ahead of Dominic Samuel and knock the ball out of play on the far side.
Still not done much though, Blackburn, have they? Warren said down the right-hand side. They've not had sustained possession at all in this opening quarter now. I think Tony Mowbray will be pretty disappointed with how they're starting. They're a little bit laboured and just allowing Ipswich to have the ball, particularly in the centre field. And when Blackburn have had it, it's played another long ball there. This time he doesn't find the man in the yellow shirt, but Danny Graham's coming a bit isolated.
He is indeed. He wants Dak a bit further forward in support at the moment.
Well, we haven't mentioned him, have we?
No, not at all. I think one foul he made in the centre circle, but again shows you how deep he was. Here's Dak trying to get on the end of the ball, but Chambers picks it up comfortably and goes back to his goalkeeper. Just reminded me there when you said Tony Mowbray, he used to play for Ipswich for a while, didn't he? I think he won the playoffs, or was in the playoff final, I think, at one stage with Ipswich at Wembley. So he'll have happy memories of Portman Road, but it's not going well for his Blackburn side so far. Played around about a quarter of an hour at Portman Road. Still Ipswich 1, Blackburn 0. Not really any other clear-cut opportunities following the Edwards goal to tell you about. Blackburn and particularly their boss Tony Mowbray will be pretty disappointed with the response having gone behind. The only real half chance of note for the visitors was when Niambe, the right back, got away down the right-hand side, swung across in towards the near post on the edge of the 6-yard box. But there was the experienced Luke Chambers to on the stretch get it clear, and Ipswich ran it further away from their own penalty area. So at the moment, the home side looking pretty comfortable. Still Ipswich 1, Blackburn 0.
And there's a player on the floor there for Blackburn. It's going to be a free kick to the visitors there. It's Corey Evans who's on the floor there. Just picking himself up. Ipswich still leading by his goals now. Charlie Mulgrew in double figures last season from centre back in League One, but did take a few penalties for Blackburn last season. But nevertheless, a good return for him. In terms of goals, did play a spell in midfield actually last season, so versatile player for Blackburn Rovers, and he hits this free kick left-footed, left to right, over towards the far touchline. But again, it's all long stuff from Blackburn and Ipswich dealing with it pretty well.
And it doesn't make any sense to me, because you look at the only target is Danny Graham. You wouldn't say he's the biggest striker in the world, and against Donasian and Chambers, both of them are well over 6 foot. They've been dealing with it pretty comfortably, heading the ball away from danger. And Blackburn needs to try plan B at the moment, because plan A is not getting them anywhere, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I saw them last season actually. They actually had Samuel up front alongside Danny Graham, and he seems to be stuck out on this left-hand side, which is a bit of a surprise for Blackburn, because he's the number 9 through the middle, a bit more physical presence.
Ball has gone back now to Raya, the Blackburn goalkeeper, who launches it first time up towards Graham. Again, Chambers beats him in the air. But this time Ipswich can't keep hold of possession in midfield, and Blackburn have an opportunity here with Samuel to maybe create something. Out wide to the left-hand side, it's a poor ball though to the overlapping fullback Derek Williams, and he had to go in for a 50-50 challenge, which he came off worse with Freddie Sears with, and it's going to be a free kick now to Ipswich near their own edge of the penalty area, and that just sums up Blackburn's start to this game. It's a really good opportunity, and it was a sloppy pass.
Yeah, they had plenty of space there, didn't they, in the middle of the park? Not the best of balls at all, and it was easy for Spence to just get him round the back there. Williams was given very little chance to get on the end of that, but first real time they had the ball in the middle of the pitch towards Ipswich goal, and made it a mess of that.
They have, wasn't the best of build-up play again from Blackburn, as Elliot Bennett is still feeling the after effects of that challenge a little bit earlier on when he needed treatment. Just holding his back slightly as Ipswich hoist the ball forward, this time through Jordan Spence. The chase is on here for Gwion Edwards, the goal scorer. Can't get there, but Blackburn knocked the ball out of play. Throw into Ipswich in line with the edge of the Blackburn penalty area, which Jordan Spence will take. Needs a bit of movement here. A great deal of movement in blue jerseys, that has to be said at the moment. Desperately looking for a runner. Instead, he throws it short. Cole Skuse has pushed off the ball there. Fairly, says the referee, by Richard Smallwood. Blackburn will look to try and make clear again. The touch isn't the best this time by the fullback. And Niambe gives it away, and here comes Ipswich down the left with Knudsen overlapping on the left-hand side. Can he deliver a ball? And he pulls it back towards Harrison, who'll get there on the edge of the area. Oh, it was half-hearted appeals of a penalty. Referee said nothing doing. I have to say, John, to me, it looked like it could have been.
I thought he caught him there. He was running back away from goal, wasn't he? I'd like to see that again. Referee was right there as well, and just was unmoved, wasn't he, as Harrison went to ground. Just having another look at it here. He actually gets on the ball. Harrison is sliding, goes to ground. Oh, he definitely catches it.
He does.
I don't know
he doesn't get anything to the ball.
Yeah, I mean, the ball, Harrison himself had miscontrolled the ball, but he was taken down there, I thought. The trailing leg of the Blackburn defender sliding in. You're always in trouble if you go to ground there, and the referee Well, he had a decision to make, decided not to point to the score.
I can't help but think the referee looked there and thought, like you said, John, that Harrison had miscontrolled it a little bit and that maybe he was, playing for it because he wasn't going to get the ball second time round. But you can't dive into a challenge like that in the penalty area and not win the ball without it at least being considered as a penalty. And I think Blackburn have got away with that. West Brom 0, Bolton 1 is the latest score at the Hawthorns. That would be a huge win for Bolton. If it was to remain that way, of course, there's still plenty of time to go. Blackburn have a free kick, 19 minutes on the clock with this off-tube studio commentary. Warren Ashurst and John Francis taking you through the action on this opening day of the EFL season. Right-footed, the ball will be swinging deep towards the back post. Mulgrew will header it back across goal. Flick header from Dak, palmed away by Biakelski, and Danny Graham with a follow-up on Blackburn against the run of play, got an equaliser. He is a predator in and around the penalty area. When that ball fell, Danny Graham was the first to react, and he smashes in the leveller.
Well, that's the threat that Charlie Mulgrew possessed in League One last season from set plays, ball to the far post, and Ipswich have been kicking themselves. They've been so dominant in the game, and the first real set piece that Blackburn have had, they toss it into the far post. Mulgrew gets the header on, lovely little flick at the near post. I don't know whether the keeper might have done a little bit better with that flick. It wasn't that difficult really. He just sort of palmed it back into the centre of the goal. Little flick on there, and it drops for Graham. And he hammers it in, and 1-1.
As John says, against the run of play, Ipswich will be fuming because really Blackburn haven't looked at all like getting back on level terms until that opportunity. It's now Ipswich 1, Blackburn 1 at Portman Road. It's Danny Graham, the journeyman striker, whose level matters, and it was a great bit of striker play in and around the 6-yard box as well from the former Middlesbrough man to equalise. In fairness, Ipswich will be fuming because Blackburn have not really looked like getting back on level terms before then. It was a deep free kick to the back post. Charlie Mulgrew headed it back across goal. Bradley Dack then flicked it towards goal, where it was palmed away by Biakelski. He probably should have done better with it, and when it landed in the penalty area, Danny Graham reacted quicker than anybody else and smashed in a right-footed volley into the bottom corner. It's now Ipswich 1, Blackburn 1.
And another game that's 1-1, Sheffield Wednesday have got the equaliser against Wigan in the Championship as well. or Big Dave as the Sheffield Wednesday call him, has got the goal for Sheffield Wednesday. But yeah, Danny Graham poaches goal there for Blackburn. One of those players who sometimes is flat to deceive that other clubs has been at, but Tony Mowbray will be pleased he's got a goal early in the Championship campaign. But as Warren was saying there, it's very much against the run of play. And interesting to see the response from Ipswich now, because of course they had a poor end to last season with a new manager in, and now all these changes. Some of them have a chance down the right hand side. Goalkeeper's having to come out. Not the best of clearances. The goal's actually open here, and Spence, I don't know whether he was trying to cross that actually still into the box. Edwards was the man who ran onto it, and Raya had to come out living dangerously. That could have easily been another transfer.
Well, Tony Mowbray will be pulling his hair out, John, with that, because what on earth is his goalkeeper doing there? You just knock it out of play. You don't try and knock it down the line when you're way out of your penalty area like that, and it could have cost them dear, having just got back on level terms. They've got away with it, although Ipswich have a throw-in now down by the corner flag on this near side. We'll see this out before John takes over commentary and takes you through till half-time. It's going to be taken by Jordan Spence, the right-back, who's looking for an option here. Not a great deal of movement again in front of him. Somebody needs to come short and maybe think about a layoff. Instead, Spence hurls a long one in towards Harrison, whose flick header goes up in the air. Edwards almost latches onto the ball, and then it comes off Chalabar, and I think it's gone out of play. In fact, I think it's got actually offside in the build-up to that as well. So we've played 22 and a half minutes. You're listening to unofficial off-tube studio commentary. The game at Portman Road is Ipswich 1, Blackburn 1, and John can take you through to the break.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Warren. And it's going to be a restart here for the Blackburn goalkeeper, David Raya. Elliot Bennett just getting some instructions there from Tony Mowbray. He's signed on level terms. He actually lost 6 of his 8 matches when he's been in charge on an opening day of the season, Tony Mowbray. So he doesn't like the start of August as a manager, and long ball forward, but he'll be a bit happier this afternoon now. But certainly give Blackburn some much needed confidence, because it's been a slow start for them. Long ball there looking for Graham, and now suddenly feeling he's one of those confidence players, Danny Graham. He does get on a bit of a roll. He's a good striker, but he goes a few games without scoring, he sort of disappears in matches.
A couple of things for me with Danny Graham, John, is I'm not sure you can play him as a lone striker. Certainly not through the whole season. I think he needs somebody up there. Maybe they'll look to play him with somebody at home, away from home, maybe on his own. I often think he's well as one of these strikers that he'll score plenty of goals in the Championship, but the Premier League's too big a step up. He almost needs a league in between sometimes.
Yeah, right with him. It's headed forward by Ipswich there. Williams rather Knudsen, the left back. Collected again here by Knudsen for Ipswich. Just played all the way back to Bielkowski, who might look at that goal again. So he's just really palmed it into the middle of the goal from the flick header at the near post, which led to Danny Graham's strike. In midfield here, Ipswich is ball low and it's collected easily by Blackburn. Tries to sweep it to the right-hand side, looking for the run of Samuel over on that far side for Blackburn. The referee's going to give a free kick here to Shalabar, who was being penalised. From the Chelsea academy. That he didn't see that the Blackburn player did actually dip his head in there.
Yeah,
for
he did.
Evans.
I think he's a little bit unlucky there, Chalabar, because, as you say, John, Evans was stooping and he turned himself to Chalabar before he realised Evans was on him. But again, this is another similar set piece in terms of distance as to where the equaliser came from.
Yeah, Charlie Mulgrew then to take it for Blackburn. From a set piece once again. It put it to the back post last time. We'll see what they can do with this one. Lenehan is up there at the back. It was him actually at the far post for the equaliser who was up there, but this time it's a single the throw actually. I thought maybe he'd given offside at first, but it is a throw into Blackburn on the far side. About 25 minutes, opening day of the EFL season. Ipswich and Blackburn level at 1 apiece. Throw's taken short. It's found its way to a Blackburn shirt. It's hoiked into the penalty area. But no real pressure for Danassian to clear that, but he made a bit of a hash of it. But Ipswich have finally dealt with it and come away with Jordan Spence down the right-hand side, looking for the run of Harrison. Struggled to get into the game. One or two little flashes, and of course the penalty incident. And then Blackburn have just played a long ball forward. Again, they almost caught the Ipswich defence out there. Looking a little bit shaky, Chambers and Danassian. It's a big step up for Danassian, isn't it? Signing from Accrington, he's gone up 2 divisions. So,
that is a big ask, it is, and especially against an experienced striker like Danny Graham as well, who's playing on the shoulder of both the centre-halves as well, looking to get in behind. I have to say, I don't think Blackburn particularly deserve to be on level terms, but Ipswich have not done a great deal themselves, have they, since taking the lead? It's almost like they've been happy to sit back.
Yeah, it's almost the only effort they've had at goal, isn't it? The goal itself. A little flick into the area here. That's a chance for Blackburn there. Graham was sniffing around it once again, but it is with Bielkowski who launched it forward here for Ipswich. Runner down the left-hand side. Doing time of play. Freddie says it was on the chase for Ipswich. And they have the throw midway inside the Blackburn half of field. It's gone backwards here to Chambers. Chambers is a little bit too long on the ball and flipped it forward. It's straight to Blackburn, and Shalabar will tidy up in the centre midfield, and Blackburn have just dropped off. Still a warm day around the country. See the players feeling it out there already, having got the pre-season belt, taking a few games to get up to speed.
I think how the managers use the substitutions in the second half could be vital in this game. It's as tight as it's been so far. I'm not sure Danny Graham's going to be able to last the whole 90 minutes playing on his own up front in these conditions, but he might have another opportunity again here now because Blackburn are away down the right. Yeah,
so it's Smallwood for Blackburn. He looks up, getting that diagonal ball into the penalty area. It's gone all the way through almost. It's Elliot Bennett's almost sneaking around the left-hand side. Danassian allowed it though to go to Bielkowski. Now he's Danassian with a very good run actually into the Blackburn half, but he took too long in the end, and Blackburn have nicked it off his toes, and they have it in the centre of midfield with Corey Evans. Slides it field there towards Samuel. He's taken a tumble. The referee saw nothing wrong with that. Blackburn still in possession. Go backwards actually to Lenehan at the back here for Blackburn Rovers.
Just seen John that Wigan have taken the lead again against Sheffield Wednesday by 2 goals to 1. I'll tell you what a nightmare journey for Carlisle on the opening day of the season. He's got to go all the way to Exeter and possibly what's the longest trip in League 2, and they're only 2-0 down within half an hour.
Yeah, they do have a few long trips, might as well get one out.
Yeah, true. If you're going to do it on a sunny day like Saturday rather than a Tuesday night in December.
Still 1-1 here, 28 minutes on the watch. Throw into Ipswich. Jordan Spence is going to take it. On the left-hand side now for Blackburn. Corey Evans now back to Derek Williams. Foul in there, looked on Smallwood now, it's with Williams down the left-hand side. He's in behind Ipswich defence. Here's a real chance for Blackburn. It's played in, and that's 2-1 to Blackburn Rovers. And that was as easy as you like. And Bradley Dack says thank you very much. Ipswich were cut apart there down that left-hand side, and it was just knocked across, and Bradley Dack couldn't miss. And from 1-0 down and hardly doing a thing in this game, Blackburn suddenly now lead by 2-1. Tony Mowbray must be delighted. They worked that well down that left-hand side, and Bradley Dack couldn't really miss.
Oh, it was decent build-up play. Danny Graham was involved, played it down the left, and the run was on there for Williams, who did well. He kept his cool, got his head up, and he picked out Dack in the area. And it's a pretty cool finish for the man who we said earlier in the game, it's a big season for him. He really needs to prove he can do it at this higher level. Well, he's got his first goal of the season on the opening weekend of the season. And Blackburn looked like a different team, having really fallen behind early doors and looked like they were a yard or two off the pace. They now lead by 2-1. There's been a big turnaround at Portman Road. It's now Ipswich 1, Blackburn 2. And having fallen behind after just 5 minutes, Blackburn have really built in confidence after Danny Graham's equaliser. The second goal for them came on 29 minutes. Lovely little flick on by Danny Graham down the left-hand side. Sent the full-back Derek Williams away. He got into the area, got his head up and played the ball across goal. And a simple task for Bradley Dack to score his first goal of the season. Side-footing home from close range with his right foot. Ipswich in 6s and 7s at the back. Blackburn delight. They lead now by 2-1.
Fair play there. A fair few travelling fans who've made the trip down from Lancashire. Long journey. We're talking about long journeys. Blackburn fans have had a long one today down to Suffolk, but they are now being rewarded, having scored with both their efforts on target so far. Blackburn and Ipswich have only had one, and that was the goal. So maybe this is going to highlight the job that Paul Hurst is going to have on his hands with Ipswich this season. Not many people fancying to do much in the Championship this season. Made a bright start in the game, but faded away somewhat. Now find themselves 2-1 behind as Harrison with a woeful cross on the left and goes behind the goal. And it will be a goal kick to Blackburn, and he's been in and out of the game. He's suddenly popping up on the left wing. That's not where you want.
It's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all, John. He's trying to get involved in it because he's not really had much impact in the last sort of 10 or 15 minutes, I would say. But that is a worry for Ipswich. You know, you go in front early and you just think, right, build on this now. I think the worst thing that they did was that equaliser and not defending properly. And as you said earlier on, I think Biakelsi's got a lot to answer for the way that he palmed the ball into the path of Danny Graham. Since then, Blackburn's tails are up. Ipswich haven't been able to keep a hold of the ball in midfield. And I just wonder whether they're now thinking about potentially dropping another body into midfield, because they've got the three there in Scoosh, Chalobah and Downs, who are being overrun really by a Blackburn midfield five, I would say, at the moment. I know Bradley Dack's further on occasions to link up with Danny Graham, but they're almost with a defending of 5 against 3, and they're just not winning enough of the ball and keeping possession, Ipswich, and that would be the worry for Paul Hurst.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've not mentioned Skews and Downs and Chalobah too much in the game, have we? We've seen Corey Evans getting on the ball forward. Bradley Dack didn't start the game too well, but becoming a little bit more influential. You're not missing any action. The players are taking on drinks here, understandable really in the hot conditions. That was after Jordan Spence had gone down. He's just needed a bit of treatment, as well as the Ipswich right back. We're going to restart. The ball is will be in the arms of David Rea very shortly, but Spence is going to be all right to continue. He's got a bit of a whack on the back of the head there.
Yeah, I think it is.
Just a bit of a caution. He's gone off.
I have to say, I'll hold my hands up now. I wasn't expecting 3 goals in the first half an hour. I did look at this game and think this is probably going to be tight here. And I think both teams won't want to lose it on the opening day. And now, I think it's wide open. It could go either way.
100% strike rate for both teams. It's 2-1 Blackburn. Credit to Tony Mowbray. He's back into this match after a very poor start to the match. He's clipped into the area there, but nothing doing. Elliot Bennett played that ball in right-footed, but easy for Bielkowski. Ball in orange this afternoon. He hits it right-footed over the halfway line. Harrison is just being out-muscled now. Like I say, maybe needs a little bit of support up there from one of the midfield players, because he's going to lose that battle all day against Leonard and Mulgrew.
I think I'd be tempted, John, to drop to drop Edwards back in a little bit into midfield or a right-hand side of midfield role, push Freddie Sears up with Harrison, because Sears has got that burst of pace over 5 or 6 yards that if Harrison can get a flick onto him, he could get in behind. I don't think the two Blackburn centre-halves, or no, Charlie Mulgrew's not the quickest, and I don't think Lenahan's got a massive amount of pace either, so I think that would potentially work in Ipswich's favour. And I just seem reluctant to do it midway through a first half, which I can understand. They want to try and give it at least till half-time and then look at it from there. But I'd be surprised if it stays this way and Ipswich have the lack of possession they've had, but he doesn't make a tactical change at least at the break.
Yeah, you could be right. It's outplay. Graham just checking that one on the left-hand side, and Spence just pokes it outplay. To Blackburn, it's level with the edge of the Ipswich penalty area. Some of the subs are warming up in front of Derek Williams as he prepares to do the long throw here. It worked well for Blackburn last season in League One. Going to reap the rewards in the Championship. They hurl it in there. It's headed away though by Ipswich. They keep it alive here though. Blackburn, that's a late challenge on the left side. That could be the first card. I think that's just frustration from Ellis Harrison because he's just not getting involved in the match, and he did really slide in. That could easily be the first yellow.
And it is. Yeah. Quite rightly, I think you're right, John. I don't think the referee had any other... he couldn't give him any sort of leeway with that challenge because he's just flung himself into it. Yes, all right, the Blackburn player saw it coming, so he was able to jump out of the way, but it was rash. The only thing that Harrison can hope for is that they put number 10 down and he has 9 as his squad number.
Correct. But it's given Blackburn another set piece here. We've seen how dangerous they've been. They got the equalising goal from the left-hand side. Charlie Mulgrew is the influential man again over the ball as he goes for the first one as well. It's going to be left-footed from the Blackburn captain. Blackburn, if they could get a 2-goal lead here, it'd be dreamland stuff for them. Too much on it though from Mulgrew. It's gone all the way across, disappointing after giving him the build-up, and it's out of play for a throw into Ipswich on the far side.
We're just looking at next fixtures for these two sides. Blackburn are at home next weekend. They take on Millwall at Ewood Park. Ipswich having been at home today away against Rotherham, which it's ridiculous at this early stage of the season with 2 games in, but that could be a big game even at this stage if they're to go on and lose this match.
Yeah, you're looking at, I think it was Reading last night lost, and then suddenly they're away to Forest, and then they've got Villa after that. Right. But, suddenly you can have no points, can't you, after 3 or 4 matches.
It is a struggle, but actually Ipswich have seen their next home game is against Villa, so all of a sudden the pressure starts to mount. Is this Spence again?
Yeah, I think he's still suffering from that bang on the head he got. It might be a case. He looks a bit groggy actually. It looks like he might have to come off for Ipswich. Just trying to see if they are ready. Some of the physios back out there again. It's been a bit of a bad way, the Ipswich right back, so he might have to part of the scene here. Certainly he's either feeling a bit unwell or he's a little bit concussed.
I think it's concussion, John. I think so. The way that he's kind of rubbing his eyes and sort of lowering his chin makes it look like it might be a bit of concussion. He's going to have to go off. He can't carry on like that, just hoping that it resolves itself. Look at this for a scoreline. Millwall 2, Middlesbrough 0. Well, there'll be a few disgruntled Middlesbrough fans, I think, selling one of their main players right on the start of the new season. And Millwall, of course, finished last season like a steam train under Neil Harris, and they've seemingly started a new season with that same sort of impetus.
Well, the only teams who got more points in 2018 than Millwall last season were Fulham and Cardiff.
They went up, yeah.
So, we've made the change here. Luke Wolfenden has come on for Jordan Spence. Wearing number 32 for Ipswich. So we're just going to see if that is just like for like for an Ipswich point of view. Lee Gregory got the goal for Millwall to put them 2 up. Maybe a shove on the far side. They were back underway with Spence departing the scene. Ipswich are trying to get something going through Sears on the far side. Could be a free kick on halfway. So he's another one. I'd like to see him a bit for near the middle with Harrison as well. It's just a bit out on a limb, a bit like Samuel for Blackburn. Not really done much in the wide areas. It's flipped forward. Looks like Demassian might be playing right back now for, I think Wolfenden's gone in the centre half, hasn't he, for Ipswich? They've just had to rejig that slightly. So change in personnel brings a change of positions for a couple of players as well.
This is a problem, John, when you've got a thin squad like Ipswich have, and it's like round pegs and square holes.
It's a good run though from Gwyn Edwards, the man making his debut after the move from Peterborough. He's already got a goal, but it was good, a decent positive run towards the heart of the Blackburn defence, were just outnumbered in the end, and it's going to be a goal, well, not goal kick, it's in the arms of Raya in the Blackburn goal, but they'll be disappointed that they've not kicked on from getting such a good start. They've not tested Raya very much at all, but that was a good piece of play from Edwards. Got himself into the box just momentarily, but Williams actually did well to just force him out wide. It'll be a restart here for Blackburn. It's going to play for throwing on the near side, which Donasian is going to take for Ipswich. Not a full Portman Road, it has to be said. It's maybe not been full for a few old seasons now. Carthy era and managers before him as well have tried and failed at Ipswich to try and get them up. The likes of Roy Keane and Paul Jewell have had success with other teams to get them out of this division, but it's not worked at Ipswich for some reason.
No, it's strange, isn't it? I mean, they've never really been involved in a relegation battle massively. They've always kind of been mid-table there, but they've not got themselves close to the playoffs either. And probably since the days of Jordan Burley, when they experienced, of course, finishing, I think, in the top 6 in the Premier League, and they were there for 2 or 3 seasons if they'd been able to build on that. But so many clubs throwing so much money at it that it sometimes takes a while for you to get to that stage.
Yeah. It can't help either when they've seen Norwich go up a couple of times to the Premier League, albeit they're now back in the Championship. So they've had relative success compared to Ipswich recently. It's going to be a throw into Blackburn here, the use of the long one once again for Derek Williams, level with the penalty spot as he hurls it in towards the near post. Goalkeeper's come for it, gets a good punch on it, but straight back to Williams, and then plays it in left-footed, almost a flick at the near post. Good defending actually from Donasian to get it away. It's hooked back in by Mulgrew. So Ipswich might be able to break here with the Sears, but again Blackburn have tied it up, but it's a back pass. Harrison, he is quick, and he's got the better of the Blackburn man, has he? He's up towards the edge of the area, and look round at the referee. Blackburn was certainly appealing for a free kick, a shove by Harrison, and then I think Harrison was looking to see Meek being fouled himself, but that was a dangerous break for Ipswich. First time we've seen him use his pace, and he almost got in.
I'm trying to work out who the Blackburn player was who played that ridiculous ball back there. It was the fullback, wasn't it? It was Niambe, who just played it blind back towards his centre halves, and he played it behind Lenihan. As you said, John, you can see Harrison's got a bit of pace about him, put his foot on the afterburners, and got there just ahead of the defender, but there was a coming together. And I think the fair play to the referee, he just allowed that to go and carry on, and I think that was a fair decision. In the end, Blackburn got enough yellow jerseys to snuff out the chance and make sure that Harrison couldn't get a clean effort on goal.
It might give Ipswich a bit of confidence. They're coming forward down the left-hand side here with Knudsen. Good ball. It's actually a decent ball, but nobody there in a blue shirt there attacking it for Ipswich. Got in behind there, the left full back, and he's suddenly he's making that point, I think, to his teammates, isn't he?
He should be in there.
Well, I've put that on a plate for you there. That's a 6-yard box, and no one really got on the end of it. And he's not very happy. The Ipswich left back, it's just swept away by Williams in the end.
I would say I'd have been looking at Edwards to get in the back, bearing in mind how he got his goals. The long throw in this time is a poor one because the throw in from Donasian, who is now the standing right back, has gone straight into the arms of Raya, the Blackburn goalkeeper. We're into the final 5 minutes or so at Portman Road. Still Ipswich 1, Blackburn 2. Blackburn have looked pretty comfortable since taking the lead, although Ipswich have had a half chance a few moments ago, and it came about because of a mistake from the Blackburn defender Ryan Niambe, who played it back blind towards Lenihan, and in stepped Harrison. Did him for pace first off, but both Lenihan and Mulgrew got back to him on the edge of the area, and his attempted left-footed shot was deflected into the arms of Raya. We've seen Ipswich forced into a change as well after a clash of heads. Jordan Spence has gone off, feeling the effects, it looks like, of concussion. He's been replaced by Luke Wolfenden, who's gone to centre half, and Donasian has had to move to right back. It remains 2-1 to Blackburn.
And Wolfenden's on the ball here for Ipswich, plays it into midfield. Here's Skuse for Ipswich. They work that now to Shalabar, and Shalabar plays it out to the right-hand side. Now it's with Gwyn Edwards. He's trying to take on Williams here down the right-hand side for Ipswich. Gets his crossing as well, but Mulgrew is there at the near post. Hooks that away. Shalabar trying to use his strength down on this near touchline. First real burst we've seen from him, but a good challenge from Williams again. He's having a good first half for Blackburn in defensively and an attacking threat as well. Donasian, who's foul throw actually been given. Don't see many of those being given in the EFL certainly. And it's probably throw into Blackburn. take their time. I mean, a bit of a breather. Get to half time 2-1. They'd have taken that at the start of the game. I mean, made such a poor start. That they do make a good start for both teams. So trying to keep that momentum going from the previous season. Such a good run. From around November time, really. They made a poor start in League One actually last season, did Blackburn. Yeah. Having come down. Wigan and Shrewsbury were up there more or less the whole season. It's clipped into the box here by Edwards for Ipswich. Took a slight deflection, so went behind most of the men in blue, and then it's back forward by Mulgrew once again. But Graham can't get on the end of that. Here's Shalabar. Fritz took a chance there against Bradley Dackey with the little Cruyff turn, and he lost that. It would have been 2 against 1 in Blackburn's favour. And then he plays a really poor ball that's intercepted easily by Niambe. Lenihan clamps it forward, but it's going to be to Luke Chambers at the back for Ipswich.
Just looking at the sub-shot, by the way, me and you mates feel old here, because I've just noticed that Ipswich have got Andre Dizelle on the bench. And if you remember watching his son and their dad, Jason Dizelle, an Ipswich legend playing in years gone by. Andre Dizelle's 19-year-old midfielder, who I know that they think big things of Ipswich, so we might get to see him in the second half, potentially. I just wonder whether we might also, for Blackburn, get to see Katie Palmer, who you said has joined them, of course, on loan, John, as well, whether he might be somebody who might get a run out in the second half.
He's across into the edge of the 6-yard box. Header comes in, but can't get any power on it, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. And safely behind as far as Blackburn are concerned. Ball over the top there, looking for Sears down that left-hand side. He was allowed to cross it. Niambe, he's not done very well at closing down in the first half and attacking it there. Just trying to see his excuse in the middle there, just trying to get his head on it. I actually saw Jason Dizelle score. I think then he was the teenager.
Yeah, probably right. I was about to say, I bet his son wasn't born, was he?
1988.
Yeah. I know, it's frightening when you see sons of players you used to watch now, and then all of a sudden the managers are younger than you. We're going to have 4 minutes of added on time. I'm not entirely sure where that's come from. We've had a bit of a break, of course, for Jordan Spence's head injury, but 4 minutes of added on time, of which you've had about a minute so far.
Just say that Brentford have got a second against Rotherham, so one of the right sides struggling at the minute. The other two are both winning, Blackburn and Wigan, both by 2 goals to 1 as well. So like I said, we've got 4 minutes, but handily the clock is in red and the background's in blue. We can't actually see how long we've played of the injury time, but we'll let you know when the half-time whistle goes.
Because that's when we'll know it's half-time as well.
Yes, it's on the halfway line with Jalabari, clips it forward. He's not the best of the first half, as we said. He's struggling to find his feet. The Chelsea youngster who's made the move to the Championship.
It's always a big ask though, John, isn't it? I mean, he's barely played any games at Chelsea. You know, I know people will say, well, it's a drop down in level, but you're not really playing regular reserve team games. You're playing against under 21 players these days. And to step up to the Championship at this level and almost be asked to run the show. He's playing in the centre of midfield on his own with players either side of him, but he's being asked to do a Paul Pogba type role. You dominate the midfield and do it from there. It's a lot to ask for him, and I think he'll have learned a lot from these opening 45 minutes. We might see a different player in the second half.
One pump forward from Ipswich. It's Harrison trying to get on the end of that there, coming together with Lenihan, who looks at Harrison as if to say, what are you doing there? West Brom have just equalised, by the way, against Bolton. It's in stoppage time at the end of the first half. There's talk of that swap deal going through between Rondon to Newcastle and Dwight Gale to West Brom. There's a mistake at the back there from Blackburn, almost lets in Harrison, but Raya was alert to it. And no Rondon for West Brom and no Dwight Gale in the Newcastle pre-season friendly either, so that probably tells
in fact, the referee's whistle had gone there earlier, I think for a foul in the build-up, but I don't think Charlie Mulgrew knew that. I think when he was heading it back to his goalkeeper, he was mightily relieved.
Yeah, it's going to be Raya then with the free kick outside of his penalty area. It's a long downfield. 3 Ipswich. We're all going to go for the same ball there. They've allowed it to bounce. They heard the shout from Bartosz Białkowski. Harvey Barnes got the West Brom goal. Stoppage time. At the end of that first half with the substitute Wolford for Ipswich. And Chambers almost took a chance. Danny Graham sniffing around there, and rather Bradley Dackey, I think it was. It's Białkowski who gets it right-footed, but almost straight out of play. But Deresian with the header. Blackburn miscontrol it, sort of just petering out towards the break here. And too much longer left of this first half as the half-time whistles are going up and down the country. The first weekend of this AFL season. So with Wolfenden, the substitute for Ipswich, cuts into the left side. Decent ball. Dunson's gone forward a few times down that left flank for Ipswich. Again, though, they've lost a bit of impetus there of Ipswich, and the attack has gone, and it's inside the centre circle. They're going to try and play it long towards Edwards, but Williams has again done a good marshalling job. A goal apart, really. He's had a bit of a bad first half, but he sliced it out of play.
It's
right
typical, isn't it? Just what we were about to say. But, I think you're right, John. I think he's had a decent game. I certainly think his performance has probably been better than Nyambe on the far side, who started brightly, but then, as you mentioned earlier on, to give him Freddie Sears time and a chance to get a delivery in.
Here's a chance for Ipswich. They're right at the end of the first half, and rather snatched at that one, did Leon Edwards. And I think that is the half-time whistle. It is. So Ipswich made the perfect start, going 1 up in 5 minutes, but a turnaround from Blackburn has given them the lead.
Right, so it's half-time, 2-1 to Blackburn. I'm going to read out all the half-time scores now. So if we go on scores and fixtures, I can show you all the scores. Most of the games aren't half-time yet, but they're like 1 minute away. So Birmingham and Norwich 1-0, 0-0 half-time. Brentford, Rotherham it's got probably like 1 or 2 minutes left. Same with Bristol City, Nottingham Forest. Millwall winning 2-0 at half-time against Middlesbrough. Preston 0-0 QPR. West Brom 1-0 v Bolton. Wigan winning 2-1 v Sheffield Wednesday. League One. Accrington are losing 2-0 to Gillingham. Barnsley winning 2-0 over Oxford. That's got 5 minutes of the half left. Coventry 0-0 at half-time v Scunthorpe. Fleetwood 0-0 at half-time against Wimbledon. Peterborough winning 2-0 against Bristol Rovers. Portsmouth beating Luton 1-0. Shrewsbury losing 1-0 to Bradford. 0-0 between Southend and Doncaster. Walsall drawing 1-0 to Plymouth. And 0-0 between Wycombe and Blackpool. Barry 0-0 v Yeovil. Cheltenham 0-0 Crawley. Crewe winning 2-0 over Morecambe. Exeter beating Carlisle 2-1 at half-time. Grimsby beating Forest Green 1-0. Mansfield beating Newport 1-0. Northampton Lincoln 0-0. Notts County Colchester's 0-0. MK Dons beating Oldham 2-1. Port Vale Cambridge 0-0. Stevenage beating Tranmere 2-1. And Swindon Macclesfield's 0-0 with 5 minutes still left to play. So I think the game that we're doing live commentary is the most goals. There's also another 2-1 Exeter v Carlisle, but 3 goals is the most goals from all the games. So we got, and there's also Oldham and Stevenage Tranmere. If you're interested in any National League things, there you go. And then Scottish Premier League as well, if you're interested. So it's half time now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on sub count back on. If you can subscribe, we are 3 subscribers away from 520, so make sure to subscribe, because I will be doing a Sheffield United v Swansea stream later on today after all these games are finished. So I'm going to put on some music right now until the second half does begin. So you can leave the stream if you want and just come back in around 10 minutes time, because that's when the second half should be restarting.
Craft Radio on Flair TV. You're listening to 24/7 Track Radio on Flair TV.
Right, so the second half should be getting underway now. Ipswich Blackburn may take another minute or two because there was 4 minutes added time. So I'll go on the thing now, see if commentary's back up, and if not...
At that stage, certainly Ipswich were on top, but on...
Right, commentary's back on. We are one sub away from 520 subs, so make sure to subscribe. And I'll put the commentary back on now.
It was palmed away by Biakowski. He really should have done better. The Ipswich goalkeeper palmed it straight into the path of Danny Graham, whose low volley found the bottom corner from just 8 yards out. And 9 minutes later, Blackburn completed the turnaround, leading 2-1 when Danny Graham's lovely flick down left-hand side sent away the fullback Derek Williams down the left. He played the ball low into the penalty area, and then it was Bradley Dack to side foot home from just 6 yards out. Blackburn have the lead then. Join us very shortly to see if Ipswich can get back in it in the second period. Second half off Chief Studio commentary on the way soon. Half-time at Portman Road, Ipswich 1, Blackburn 2. The visitors coming from behind to have the advantage at the break. And this was after Ipswich had taken lead after just 5 minutes. Freddie Sears away down the left, cut back onto his favoured right foot, swung a lovely cross into the area. And there was the new signing, one of 3 starting for Ipswich today. Guion Edwards coming in at the back post to head it into the far top corner, giving the goalkeeper no chance whatsoever. And at that stage, certainly Ipswich were on top. But on 20 minutes against the run of play, Blackburn equalised. equalised. The free kick swung in from left, right-footed. Charlie Mulgrew had peeled away at the back post. His header across goal was flicked towards goal by Bradley Dack. It was palmed away by Biakowski, and he really should have done better, the Ipswich goalkeeper. Welcome back. We're just about to get underway for the start of the second half of this off-tube studio commentary between Ipswich and Blackburn Rovers. It is Blackburn who lead by 2-1 at the break. No further changes to tell you about at half-time. So let's run you through the team news then. Biakowski in goal for Ipswich, at the back four of Knudsen, Donacien, Chambers and Wolfenden, who's come on to replace the injured Jordan Spence. And then we have Cole Scouse, Trevor Chalabar and Flynn Downs is the three-man midfield for Ipswich, with Sears and Edwards has to get up in support of the lone striker Ellis Harrison. As for Blackburn, it's Raya in goal, and Lenihan, Mulgrew, Niambe and Williams along the back four. Smallwood and Evans as the holding midfielders, with Samuel Dack and Elliot Bennett has to get up in support of the lone striker Danny Graham. We've already had an early goal in the game at Ashton Gate. It's now Bristol City 1, Nottingham Forest 1, and Preston the QPR by a goal to nil. Also in the Championship as Ipswich head the ball away from the edge of their own 6-yard box through Chambers, and then it's hooked further clear by Scouse, but it will be returned by Corey Evans, although Scouse does well to block his attempted ball over the top, and it goes out of play for a throw-in on the far side. It's Warren Ashurst and John Francis taking you through this off-tube studio commentary. What do Ipswich need to do here, John, to get back in the game?
I think they need to get more support to Harrison. I think we'd quite like to see Sears maybe playing, as I said in the first half, a little bit more central. They need to try and get it on top in midfield. I don't think we mentioned that Chalabar, Downs and Scouse have been outnumbered a little bit in there. Just wonder whether they might have tinkered it at half-time. It doesn't look like they have. You get the feeling if, Ipswich already, because they finished last season so poorly, if they start this season with a defeat, it can easily get away from you, and I think it's just vital they get something from this game. I think even if they get out with a draw, then they can point on the ball and they can move on. But if they were to lose at home to one of the promoted teams, there already might be a few worrying signs.
Yeah, it's a bad message to send out, isn't it, straight away, and pressure instantly on the new manager. Ipswich do have possession here, but Chalabar's forced to go back into his own half and find Chambers, and he'll go all the way back to his goalkeeper under pressure from Danny Graham. Biakowski will not be happy, I'm sure, with his part in the equalising goal for Blackburn. Cleared right-footed long downfield. He kicked it straight out of play on the far side for a throw-in to Blackburn, which will be taken by Derek Williams, who did well in gaining an assist in that second Blackburn goal, which Bradley Dack scored, of course, from close range. Williams now prepares to take this throw-in, with some of the Ipswich fans only just getting back to their seats after a half-time pie at Bovril. That's probably a bit too hot for Bovril, I thought, at this stage of the season. As Williams hooks it away from his own area. The clearance is complete by Corey Evans up towards Danny Graham, who flicks it on. Chambers should deal with that, does. Nods it back to his goalkeeper. Biakowski will roll it out and find Luke Wolfenden, who's come on to replace Jordan Spence. And Wolfenden has played it now as centre-half, and Janoy Donacinian is now playing at right-back in place of Spence. And not ideal to have to do that, lose one of your first team or first choice defenders.
Yeah, they've had to rejig it, and then that was some Ipswich up a little bit there, wasn't it? Out from the back, Chambers just put it straight out of play. They're looking for Knudsen on the left-hand side, who scratching ahead from the Ipswich left back, and again they've lost that battle in midfield there. Blackburn nip it off Chalabar, although he wins it back and gets the free kick. But yeah, that battle in there has been won, isn't it, by Smallwood and Evans and Dack.
But it's just a case of numbers in there, I think, more than anything. Don't get me wrong, I think Smallwood and Evans have done a pretty good job doing the dirty work in the middle of the park, but I think they're just outnumbering Ipswich in midfield. They've won it back again here, Blackburn, very easily. And Derek Williams, under a little bit of pressure, plays it all the way back to his goalkeeper. This should be cleared by Raya, who the Spaniard launches it first time right-footed up over halfway. Headed away well by the Ipswich centre-half, Wolfenden. It's going to come straight back from Blackburn, who are playing in their change away kit, yellow shirts, black shorts and yellow socks. Ipswich in their familiar blue and white, kicking from right to left in this second half. Chalabar has just knocked the ball out of play on the far side for a throw into Blackburn, but in fact I think the flag was up for offside anyway, so it will be a free kick to Ipswich.
Yeah, Ipswich just needs to try and get something going. I mean, it's been virtually in their own half at the start of the second half, but Blackburn haven't necessarily been attacking that much. It's Ipswich knocking it around at the back. They can't seem to find a way out and just try and play their way through midfield and try and get something going. Again, just a big punt there from Bielkowski, and easy for Blackburn at the back to clear it.
Let's have a look at some of the stats from the first half. 55% possession to Ipswich, 45 to Blackburn, which probably about makes decent sense. Goal attempts for Blackburn 2, scored with both of them. Goal attempts for Ipswich 3, they've scored with one of them. Shots on goal, 2 to Blackburn, 1 to Ipswich, which again tells its own story because they've scored with every one of the shots that have been on target. This could be a long all season for Rotherham, judging by what's been going on at Griffin Park today. It's now Brentford 3, Rotherham 0, just 2 minutes after half-time in that game. And that is not the way you want to start if you're a newly promoted side. But in contrast, Blackburn have the lead in our featured game. You've got to fear for Rotherham. I mean, they don't want to turn into a yo-yo club, John. They went down a couple of years ago, came straight back up this time. It doesn't look like they've strengthened enough for me to suggest that they can stay up this season.
No, absolutely, just break off though. Oh, the Blackburn player's gone down in the box there. What's the referee going to give? He's not giving anything. It's Bradley Dack who's gone down. Gets a shove from Knudsen as well, as if he made a meal of it, but the referee's not giving it. I think that the problem for Rotherham is that there was such a big points gap between the top 3 in League One last season and the other 3 teams that made the playoffs. There was a good sort of 20 points.
It shows the gap possibly between them.
Yeah, it shows that the gap that Rotherham have to make up just on the other 2 teams that came up. But that looked at, that would have been a soft penalty, I think, there. Bradley Dack went down.
Spot on there. I think Dack got in a really dangerous position, and it was a risky challenge from Shalabar because he kind of hung out with his right foot, but there was nowhere near enough contact for Dack to go down, to be honest with you. Couldn't really mount him, should have got a yellow card there, in my opinion.
I think Knudsen was right to have a bit of a go at him, wasn't he? And there's still a bit of shoving going on involving Bradley Dack, but as we say, good season in League One, played well for Gillingham as well during his time there, but this is where he wants to prove he can mix it in the Championship. He's got on the score sheet, and he's one of those players who just pops up in the box at the last minute. He's a vital cog in the wheel for Blackburn.
Yeah, I think they're going to need him to have a big season this season if they are to make sure of their survival in the Championship. Here come Blackburn again down the right-hand side. Derek Williams had the throw in, got it back off Dack, and then the ball's hoisted forward by Charlie Mulgrew, was well chased, and did get a head to it there to the Blackburn man Elliot Bennett, but he can't make much of it. And Shalabar is hauled to the floor by Bennett. This may well be a yellow card here. The referee is looking at, which I think is wrong, looking at how badly injured Shalabar is before he decides to brandish the card. He shouldn't be on that. He should be on the challenge itself. Sometimes they're innocuous challenges and they hurt a player, and it's not a yellow card. I think that's a little bit harsh.
Yeah, I do too, actually. I mean, it's a foul, isn't it? He just, Shalabar just turns away from him and just runs into him, really. It's not a yellow, is it? But the ref seems to suggest it was a culmination of other fouls as well, but I can't remember making any other fouls anyway.
I don't either. I think Elliot Bennett can think himself a little bit unfortunate there, but it is the second booking of this game. One for either team at the moment. So Ellis Harrison for Ipswich and now Elliot Bennett of Blackburn have been yellow carded. It's cleared long downfield by Bielkowski. He's going to come straight back from Mulgrew. And if you're an Ipswich fan, you will be concerned because we've played now 8 minutes of the second half. They just do not like holding on to the ball in the Blackburn half, let alone in the attacking third.
Well, they haven't even had a shot with the foot, have they? That's gone towards goal. They've had the header that went found the net, and apart from that, they had another sort of half header from Skews that went wide as well. But that's all they've had. They've not created much at all, really.
Well, the only thing that they have created from has been crosses from Freddie Sears, who looks dangerous when he gets the ball in given time, and that might be something we're going to have to look at. But at the moment, that's their only outlet. As Blackburn will clear the lines again here with Raya, with free kick midway inside his own half. Walks it into the Ipswich penalty area. Bradley Dack almost latched onto it, but he's out-muscled by his mark Chambers, and the ball goes out of play on the far side. Referee says a throw into Blackburn, and they are in complete control of this game in the second half. They lead by 2 goals to 1. Not really any opportunities for either side as yet, but it is Blackburn who are commanding the game. I'll say that Ipswich play the ball forward from Skews. Mulgrew's hoping that his goalkeeper comes, and he will. Rail will get there well ahead of Harrison to clear his lines downfield. Long clearance which Elliot Bennett will latch onto. There's a bit of pulling and shoving going between Samuel and Knudsen. The referee says it was a foul by the Blackburn man, much to his frustration. It'll be a free kick to Ipswich midway inside their own half.
Yeah, it's got a bit scrappy, hasn't it? Start of the second half, not much happening, but that'll suit Blackburn. Tony Mowbray will be happy, won't he, with the way things are going. It's up to Ipswich to try and get on the front foot, but yeah, just a little bit stop-start. The referee, a few silly fouls and free kicks.
Birmingham 1, Norwich 0, so at least Ipswich can take a bit of solace from the fact their local rivals are losing as well. And they are a goal behind, courtesy of Jacques Mahobert's goal at Andrews. Here come Ipswich again down the right-hand side. That's with Donacien, who wins himself a throw-in down that side. So it's about the fourth time I've said this, as Ipswich have a throw-in, nobody moving for the ball. Eventually they do find Freddie Sears, who's crowded out by a Blackburn yellow jersey. All the other Ipswich throw-in on that far side. They need to get the ball moving quicker, Ipswich. Just even direction from one side of the pitch to the other, just to try and stretch Blackburn, who are far too comfortable at the moment. Donacien throws one into the middle of the park, finds Scouse. There's a 1-2 there with Sears. Scouse again, will chip the ball forward. It's woeful. I mean, in fairness to him, he did have a lot of options, John, but he's just hoisted the ball hopeful rather than anything else, and it's gone out of play for a goal kick.
The thing that surprises me is that Paul Hurst, Shrewsbury team, I know he's in League One, played with a lot of pace and a lot of urgency. Yeah, a lot of energy. Quick players down the wings, some busy midfield players, and he hasn't transferred it over to. I know maybe he's been hamstrung a little bit with who he can bring.
Yeah, I agree. I completely think that is the point, though. I think they are, as we mentioned earlier on the first half, square pegs round holes a little bit at the moment. They're just trying to fit in who they think are the strongest 11 players. It doesn't necessarily mean they're the best players for those positions. And at the moment, that means that Ipswich are a little bit hamstrung in terms of a lack of transfer activity as well. Early stages of the second half, still Ipswich 1, Blackburn 2, and you have to say the visitors are looking pretty comfortable in their lead at the moment. Ipswich have not created anything in this second half to date. There are no changes at half-time by the way, so they're as they were. And Blackburn having the lion's share of possession inside the Ipswich half. The only one incident of note was when Bradley Dack went down in the area claiming a penalty for a challenge by Trevor Chalobah. Referee rightly waved it away, and Dack himself was slightly fortunate not to get a yellow card for making a meal of that, but it remains Ipswich 1, Blackburn 2.
Maybe Ipswich might get something going here down the left-hand side, and it's with Ellis Harrison. Harrison just holds it up and finds Chalobah. It's a little bit off the pace in this game. Again, he gets caught out there with a Blackburn player at his back, but again the momentum's gone from the attack from Ipswich, and a good break there from Harrison down the left. Didn't really have any support, and he's had to go all the way back. And Ipswich have it with the centre backs at the back now. Now it's with Flynn Downs in midfield for Ipswich. It goes towards Scouse. He's tripped there. That's going to be a free kick to Ipswich. Charlie Mulgrew, the guilty man. And it's with Downs again for Ipswich. Again, a poor ball forward though, and Harrison has very little service so far, and it's played for by Corey Evans up towards Danny Graham. A bit more support from midfield here again from Blackburn as Dack gets on the scene, but just let Ipswich deal with it. Find Downs again, but again the midfielder loses the possession. He's back, and Mulgrew back in possession.
Yeah, and it's again not so easy for Blackburn to win the ball back. Here they come again. Dack plays a ball over the top on the outside of his right foot. Decent idea, and it'll just be kept in as well by Samuel, who chases hard down by the corner flag. Faced up by Knudsen. He's just holding the ball there for the moment, and Knudsen eventually gets a toe in, knocks down and play for a throw in. Samuel says, thanks very much, you've made my decision for me. I'll accept a throw in, and we'll just keep it up this end of the pitch. And the difference being is every time that Blackburn break up possession, it's quite often in the middle of the park, they've got runners. They've got options for Dack when he gets his head up. Graham will run, Samuel will run, Elliot Bennett will run. Ipswich don't have that. I don't think they'll want to take off Harrison and dent his confidence, having made his move from Bristol Rovers in the summer. And he just needs some support up there. At the moment, there is nothing in terms of an attacking threat for Ipswich. As Danny Graham has stopped them from getting out at the other end, diving into a challenge to block it. And now Stewart is going to have to walk up the 10 rows or so at the front, where they're completely empty, to go and get the ball and throw it down for Donacien. And that kind of sums up Ipswich's day.
Yes, and you get a feeling like a few more empty blue seats as the season progresses if they keep playing like this. Ipswich, it's not going well. Wigan, by the way, have got a third against Sheffield Wednesday. They lead by 3 goals to 1 now in the Championship. So Wigan and Blackburn are carrying on where they left off at the minute.
And I think it's important, John, if you're a newly promoted team, to keep that impetus going in the early stages. Because how many times have we seen it where the team started really well, having gained promotion, and they're in the top half of the table, and they maybe go 2 or 3 months in the second half of the season without winning a game, but they've got enough points under the belt early doors to not be dragged into relegation. There's going to be another change here for Ipswich. Flynn Downs is coming off, and Teo Edun is going to come on to replace him. So I think it's probably going to be a like-for-like swap.
Yeah, again, Downs has not really had much influence in midfield. Just wonder whether they might just switch it around a little bit, just trying to see where he's actually gone. But he's just out of shot at the minute. But Doon is on. Looks like another young player for Ipswich. I think he is just in centre field there, but we'll see if it has affected the formation as far as Ipswich are concerned. But certainly needed a change in the middle of the park.
Yeah, played for Fulham last season in the Championship. Just the 2 appearances for them, though. 20-year-old. Now been asked to come on and make a difference here, but it's still Blackburn that are coming forward until Smallwood has it taken off his toes by Chalobah. Here comes Ipswich down the left-hand side. And it's the new man, Teo Edun, who has possession. Inside he comes into the centre circle. On there from Scoots, who I think has gone in a more central position. I think
Edun's on the left,
the left-hand side, isn't he?
Yeah, just wondering where Sears has he gone into the middle as well here, maybe possibly to support Harrison.
Here's a cross in towards the area. Up go the heads. Harrison gets his head on it. Only flicks it though towards the back post where Knutson's done well to swing it back in. It comes off the Blackburn man in the area, who's Smallwood, and that's surely a free kick. It is. Knutson's gone through the back there of Derek Williams, and will be a free kick on the edge of the area for Blackburn. And that was silly from Knudsen because he did well in the build-up. He's just given away a cheap free kick.
Yeah, it was a bit more promising from Ipswich there. At least a bit of tempo to the attack there. At least they got the ball into the box a bit quicker, but again it's come to nothing, and we might be having another change here. I think it's going to be Blackburn who are going to make their first substitution. It's going to be Casey Palmer, who's on loan from Chelsea, who's going to come on for Blackburn. I'm just trying to see Samuel. We've not mentioned him too much, have we? Not really happy out wide, I don't think. And he's off, and Casey Palmer on for Blackburn.
Well, this is going to be interesting to see how the 2 Chelsea loanees do. And which one stands out on the 2. You said a few times that Trevor Chalobah John's not really been at the races so far today. It might take him a couple of weeks to get used to the pace of the game on loan at Ipswich. It's gone into a team which is not necessarily full of confidence at the moment. A team that are full of confidence in League One or Warsaw. I just read earlier on that they beat Ajax 3-0 in the pre-season friendly, and they're beating Plymouth 2-1 at home today at the Bestcott Stadium as well. Brentford 4, Rotherham 0 now is a real drubbing at Griffin Park, and that game between Rotherham and Ipswich next week, someone would already state that it looks like a 6-pointer written all over it, even at this early stage of the season.
Yeah, it could be. Rotherham. It could be a season of struggle for them, but their fans will be more accepting that it is going to be hard, isn't it, rather than the Ipswich fans who will be a bit disgruntled.
Yeah, and I think Rotherham appreciate that they're going to have to win a lot of points at home this season to make sure that they've got a chance of survival. This, don't forget, of course, for Ipswich is at home as the ball swung in by Bradley Dack, and almost Danny Graham latching onto it. It's bouncing around in the penalty area. Chambers prods it away for Ipswich. Not really any intent, and the ball was hoisted back in towards Dack from Charlie Mulgrew, but it's just slightly overhit, and it runs through to the goalkeeper Bielkowski. But Ipswich needs something from somewhere to give them a bit of inspiration, because at the moment it doesn't look like coming out. I'm slightly surprised that Andre Dazelle has not been the one that they've looked to, maybe because he's such a young player and that there is a lot of hope on him, that they don't want to put too much pressure on an early stage, but I think they've got to give him a bit of time and not just give him 10 minutes to come on and try and make an impact. At this stage, they've made 2 changes with Downs with Edun and Wolfenden coming on for Downs and Spence, but here come Blackburn away down the right-hand side. Chance maybe to deliver a cross. Instead, Corey Evans thought better of it. Smallwood plays it up towards the new man Casey Palmer. Left-footed cross in towards the penalty area, too close to the goalkeeper. Gathers it comfortably in his midriff. Although Blackburn do look the more assured side at the moment, maybe Tony Mowbray not particularly happy with the delivery in and around the final third.
Yeah, they've not done too much to threaten the Ipswich goal in the second half, have they? The chances they created were good ones in the first. The 2 goals that they carved out were decent. One from the set piece, the other from a good move down the left-hand side. But be a little bit disappointed not created a little bit more, because I think if they had been a bit more clinical and creative, I think they could be well clear in this game.
The game's there for the taking, isn't it, really? And the concern for Blackburn and for Tony Mowbray will be if they don't get another goal soon, that Ipswich are always going to be in it, and just the 2-1 down as the ball was played out to left time. How on earth is that stayed in play? It hasn't. The referee says it looked like it had. In fact, I think it was given offside instead. It was launched over to the far side by Rhea, and Danny Graham and the fullback Benancien went for it. Somehow came off the heel of Benancien and stayed in play. Is Blackburn are going to make another change here now? It looks like Nuttall is going to come on. We'll wait and see who he replaces. Blackburn are going to defend him to do here now as Mulgrew smashes the ball up in the air and away from the edge of his own penalty area. Joseph Nuttall, who's a forward for Blackburn. I just wonder whether he may well be coming on for Danny Graham. I said I didn't think Danny Graham would last the whole game. Whether he's starting to tire a little bit in these conditions. Cross by Knudsen is a deep ball towards the back post. The first time Ipswich had 2 or 3 players waiting for the delivery. Decent defending from Derek Williams, who nods it behind for a corner.
Yeah, that was a dangerous ball in, wasn't it? Took the goalkeeper out with the cross there. Couldn't really come for that one, but Williams, he said, had a good first half, did well to nod that behind. But now Ipswich, this is the first corner of the match. I was just about to say, I can't remember a corner, 66 minute. And, yeah, the first one of the game, and they're thinking about the short one there, but they've left it to Gwyn Edwards to take it.
Edwards is going to swing this in, out swinger, right-footed from the far side as we look at it. Say about another goal in the Championship in a moment. But here is the right-footed delivery from Edwards. Swings it in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, bit of confusion. Mulgrew scrambles it away, and then further cleared by Bradley Dack up towards halfway. He was under no real pressure there, Mulgrew, which was fortunate for him. He was able to swing a boot at it and get it clear. Chalabar's 1-2 attempt with the substitute. Edun doesn't come off, but Ipswich have it back on halfway. It's now Wigan 3, Sheffield Wednesday 2 at the DW Stadium. Fernando Forestieri has got a goal back there for Sheffield Wednesday. The ball across from Edun is not a bad one across the 6-yard box, but nobody had taken a gamble. And Blackburn have to settle for a throw-in now on this near side.
Yeah, it's not the first time that Ipswich have put a decent ball into the box. So Knudsen in the first half and no one got the end of it. And the same thing happened there. Good play from Edun down the right. This time gets the cross in. And Ipswich just beginning to ask a few more questions. We obviously can't hear the Portman Road faithful, but you know they look like they're a bit more animated, trying to get behind the team a little bit more. As Joe Nuttall's going to come on here, and you called it correctly, Warren, that Danny Graham is the man to go off. And Nuttall will slot in up front for Blackburn.
I think that would be the concern for me is that it's not something he's going to be able to do what this season. He's played the full 90 minutes as a lone striker, Danny Graham. So they're going to have somebody, I think, with a little bit more experience as a backup as well to help out. I'm surprised that Blackburn didn't go for Jordan Rhodes. I know I think he's gone out on loan, hasn't he, from Sheffield Norwich. To Norwich. I thought he might have been a good man to get back to the club, but will he get another one before deadline? We shall see. As Chase is on here for Bradley Dack. Chalabar gets back at him, goes back towards Chambers, who's under pressure from the new man here. Knuckle, who does well. I think he's when he started throwing it, he takes it quickly in towards Dack inside the Ipswich penalty area. Dack with his back to goal, tries to turn it back in, it gets a deflection. Chance on the edge of the box. Oh, it's a wasteful strike. Left-footed from Corey Evans, way over the top of the crossbar.
Yeah, first time Evans has really got that far forward for Blackburn. But again, Bradley Dack, we said it again, he just suddenly pops up there in the area, doesn't he? A good run forward again from the Blackburn point of view. A little bit of fortune and it fell into the path of Evans, deflected out of the box, but he was running onto it. Pretty decent chance, really. Had plenty of space here. Maybe could have taken a touch and had a shot.
Yeah, possibly so. I don't think he realised how much time he had actually and snatched at the shot. Still Ipswich 1 and Blackburn 2 midway through the second half, and Ipswich starting to show signs of getting back into the game since the substitute, the youngster Teo Eduna's come on. He's looked quite lively. He got away down the right and find a lovely ball across the 6-yard box. Had every right to complain as to why there wasn't a blue and white jersey somewhere inside the penalty area to get on the end of it. Blackburn still looked to me as though they're the better side and looked likely to create at least another 1 or 2 chances. And a moment or so ago, should have done better when the ball from Bradley Dack was cleared to the edge of the penalty area and Corey Evans running onto it, find it way over the crossbar with his left foot, but he should have at least found the target. It remains at Ipswich 1, Blackburn 2.
And it's in centre field with Bradley Dack scrapping away with Chalabar up for the first time this afternoon, and now it's with skews for Ipswich. Dack with a challenge. Oh, it's a bit unfortunate there. He's been given a foul against him. I thought he won the ball, maybe went through the back of Skewes to get it though. That's what the referee has given. And now it's with Adoon for Ipswich. A little bit more pace about him in the middle of the park. Now towards Sears down the left-hand side, but too much on that. It's behind for a goal kick. Nyambe, the man, we've got 20 minutes or so to go then. Ipswich 1, Blackburn 2. The first weekend of the EFL season. Blackburn on course for 3 points to keep the momentum going after their terrific run in League One last season. And they lead here by 2 goals to 1. And Paul Hurst probably knew he was taking on a challenge when he made the switch from Shrewsbury to Ipswich. Apparently, even if Shrewsbury won the playoff final, I think Ipswich were lining him up anyway. I think that was always going to be the case. It wasn't the case if Ipswich turned to him when Shrewsbury had messed up against Rotherham in the final. I think he may well have made the switch to Portman Road anyway. But, so someone that Ipswich had been looking at for a while. So he tried to find McCarthy's successor when he walked out of the press conference, didn't he, old Big Mick, saying, right, I'm off.
You can kind of understand it in a way. I mean, he'd done a decent job on very limited resource at Portman for such a long time that he felt like the fans were starting to turn on him, which he felt was unfair. I think the media was starting to turn on him, local media a little bit, and he felt he deserved better. I mean, the Ipswich fans, a section of them might say otherwise, but I think he was probably in his rights to be able to have a bit of a mouth off, and he decided the time was to go. I actually think he probably should have gone in the summer at the start of last season.
Yeah, I think that's the case. Maybe it was too long with Ipswich. As we were saying, careful what you wish for, because are they going to do any better or maybe even worse this season? And it's not good signs at the start of this season for Ipswich. Of course, long way to go. I thought that about Brighton last season when they were woeful against Manchester City on their opening game. Like, I know Manchester City were running away with it in the end, but I thought Brighton weren't going to score a goal all season. Ended up doing really well.
They did. I think they lost 3 home games all season.
So you can never tell what's going to happen.
That's the concern though for Ipswich is not only have they not played great against the promoted side, but it's at home. They expected to do better.
And here a Blackburn down the right, that could be bother here for one of the Ipswich players. He's claiming he got the ball there, Chambers, but I'm not sure that he did. And it was a burst of pace from Nuttall. First time we've really seen him on the ball, the substitute, and Chambers goes into the book. I think rightly so there. He was late with the challenge, and it's a good job from his point of view that he was going away from goal, Nuttall.
Can't have any complaints there, John at all. He definitely brought him down. Nuttall, I feel a little bit for him because he thought he could get there. Nuttall's got a bit of pace about him, though, the youngster, and Toe poked it away as Chambers had already gone into the challenge. He got nowhere near the ball, and he took out the Blackburn substitute. And this is dangerous because Blackburn have looked pretty useful from set pieces in the few that we've seen so far. And this is a really dangerous one, about 5 yards outside the Ipswich penalty area.
You won't be surprised to see Charlie Mulgrew have a shot from here. He can do it. He just sometimes takes a big run up and just whacks it. Yeah, like he did last season. Maybe he's not going to do that on this occasion. Though he's going to chip the shot. Going to be him with the left foot. Bradley Dackham's just walking away now. 3 men in the Ipswich wall. He's at the angle. And around 17 minutes to go. A third goal for Blackburn would surely be the 3 points. Charlie Mulgrew, what's he going to do here? Is he just going to put it into that uncertain area in front of the goalkeeper? It's going to be the former Celtic man with his left foot, number 14, and he does go for goal, and it's over the top of the bar, and maybe he should have tried to pick out a teammate after all. It's always good in hindsight.
I think you're right, though. If he was going to hit it, you just hit it hard from there, really, to be honest, and maybe go for the far corner, because somebody might be able to get a touch on it. Instead he's gone for the near post, and it's going to have to be right in the postage stamp, you'd think, to beat the Ipswich goalkeeper from there. So I don't think he went the right way about that, Charlie Mulgrew. But at the moment, you have to say Blackburn still look relatively comfortable at 2-1 up. And Ipswich are going to have to try and pick up the pace, if nothing else, just to try and unsettle Blackburn a little bit. We said earlier doors, I don't think they've got a great deal of pace at the back in Mulgrew and Lenihan. But not once has the ball gone over the top from Ipswich. The only time that they did cause problems was from a bad back pass in the first half from Nyambe. And that's when Harrison used his pace. But I don't understand why they haven't got in behind a bit more and tried to get him around the back of the defenders.
Yeah, it's still their only effort on target. The goal that they scored after 5 minutes, Ryan Edwards got it, but there's been too many Ipswich players who've drifted out of the game. He's been one of them, Harrison another.
Yeah.
Skews to a certain extent.
Skews for about 25 minutes. I don't think he's touched the ball at that time. There's been too many gone missing in midfield for Ipswich, really, and that's where Blackburn have won the game if they are going to hold on in these final 15 minutes or so plus stoppages.
Yeah, Elliot Bennett, you're not missing anything because he's just been receiving treatment for an injury. Knudsen is going to restart and throw it back though to Blackburn. He's actually thrown it back to a Blackburn player. It's gone down towards the corner flag there, and it's going to be David Raya who's going to restart for Blackburn. He's going to take his time. Blackburn just trying to see this out. They did it so many times in League One last season. Of course, this is a different level. Have to be a bit more switched on at the back in these last 15 minutes, no matter who they're playing. Goes towards Nuttall, who's putting himself about up front, no question about that. And he's up against Donassi in there. Donassi claiming it was an Ipswich throw, but it's gone the way of the visitors. We're inside the final 15 minutes, and a good travelling support from Blackburn in the upper tier of the stand on the far side. It's Williams with this throw, he takes it short to Nuttall. He's just lost out there, and then he treads on the ball as the Ipswich man, Edwards it was, and just cleared it downfield, and Blackburn a miscue from Mulgrew. He's with a glancing back header, and I think he's going to be a key player for Blackburn at the back. The captain this season, just to set it all down. They didn't concede many goals in their run in League One last season.
No, and probably not surprisingly with Tony Mowbray in charge, he was always a solid, no-nonsense centre-back, wasn't he? And he'll have tried to shore up things first before he then builds around that foundation. And I think Blackburn look a decent enough side, and I think if they can get another couple of additions in before the transfer window closes, even just a loan transfer or so, then I think that will set them in good stead. Ipswich are going to make their last change by the looks of it, and it looks like it's going to be Morris who's going to come on. He's stripped off.
Yeah, Ben Morris is going to come on for Ipswich. I think they look a little bit short up front, don't they, Blackburn? We were saying about Danny Graham the whole season. A bit more, too much on his shoulders perhaps. What's Little going to do? I'm not too sure about him. Maybe need a bit more experience forward in there.
I think so. I think you'd hope that Tony Mowbray would look at that and think, yeah, we do need a bit more experience in the side, particularly in Championship football more than anything else. Ben Morris, a youngster coming on, 18 years of age, and that does show you how thin this Ipswich squad is.
Ball's out of play there. It's going to be throw into Blackburn down the right-hand side. Restart, short throw to Bradley Dack, gets the cross in from the byline, headed away by Chambers. Blackburn try and keep it alive on the edge of the box with Nuttall here. Rather Bennett. It's downfield, it's played into the box. Here's a chance for Blackburn. Oh, it's gone right across. Real chance on the far post. Still alive, should be 3-1. Goalkeeper makes a scrambling save, and somehow Ipswich survive. That should have been 3-1 Blackburn and game over. And it was Casey Palmer with the, just didn't get hold of it. And it sort of dribbled through to the goalkeeper, just got something on it. Dack's ball across was dangerous in the first place. And Tony Mowbray, well, if it does end up with Ipswich getting back into the game, and look back on that moment as the chance gone for Blackburn to seal it.
He will not be happy with what happened there in the end, because they really should have had a third goal, Blackburn. I also think Paul Hurst will be livid with his goalkeeper. I'd like to see that again, because I think he made a horrendous mess of the first incident as this latest Ipswich cross is way overhit and has gone behind for a goal kick again, summing up their day so far. We're going to get to see a replay of this now. I think Bielkowski's dropped another clanger here as Dack got away down the right-hand side. Ball across the 6-yard box. Here was the effort from Elliot Bennett. I think he should have been shouting to his fullback there, who made a mess of the clearance, who was Donassi in. And I just think he needed to give him a shout and he could jump on it. It's Freddie Sears, by the way, who's making way for Ben Morris in this latest Ipswich change. Sears has not been able to get in the game in the second half.
No, he hasn't. He's struggled, hasn't he? We were saying about Blackburn with the forward. I've just come back into my head that they've agreed a fee, haven't they, with Newcastle for Armstrong they had last season.
Okay, yeah, Adam Armstrong,
yeah.
Again, though, I would say he's somebody who scored goals in League One. Has never really had the opportunity, in fairness to him, in the Championship, so I'd be interested to see how he gets on. Again, he's another goal coach.
Yeah, we were saying, good to see that Tony Mowbray's addressed the issue that we've highlighted. Yeah, but we just forgotten about it. Adam Armstrong did well on on loan at Blackburn last season as well. So he's actually going to move on permanently from Newcastle, as he has been loaned to a few teams.
Yeah,
Barnsley, yeah. So,
he has scored goals at a lower level, but again, it's whether he can step up to the plate. And I suppose there's a few ponderables there, and a few question marks. Bradley Dack, can he do it at this level? I suppose to a certain extent, obviously Casey Palmer on loan, will he be able to do it at this level? And also with Adam Armstrong as well, is Ipswich going to way down the right?
Yeah, they are down the right side. Here's a chance into the box. Harrison, it was just slightly behind him though, the ball in from that right-hand side, and the chance has gone for Ipswich. The Blackburn centre-half, Mulgrew, was with him though anyway. Now Blackburn, suddenly the game's opened up a little bit in the last couple of minutes and played to this left-hand side. Just need to watch it. Here to Ipswich over the top. It's Wolfenden on the chase. And can't go the way of Elliot Bennett there. Williams rather, and it's going to be a goal kick to Ipswich.
Well, we're into the last 10 minutes at Portman Road. It's still Ipswich 1, Blackburn 2. Blackburn really should be gone clear. It should be 3-1 because a couple of moments or so ago, Bradley Dack sneaked into the penalty area, got to the byline, pulled the ball right across the edge of the 6-yard box. Coming in at the back post was Elliot Bennett. It was a scramble as he tried to prod it in from close range, and then a shocking clearance by Jai Doncien, who probably should have got a call from Biakowski, but he cleared it straight into the path of the substitute Casey Palmer. He should probably have scored. He hit the target at least, but it was blocked by the goalkeeper, and Ipswich were able to clear.
And there's a chance for Ipswich at the other end. It's saved by the goalkeeper. Real opportunity there, and it's the young man who's just come on, Morris, who got the strike away. And, that could have a real chance for 2-2 there, into the box, gets it onto his left foot, good play from Morris, driven at the goalkeeper, and the first shot on target Ipswich have had in the whole game.
And it is, and I tell you what, he's looked quite lively since he's come on, Morris. It was him that crossed to Harrison a couple of minutes earlier, and it was just behind him, corner to Ipswich, and there's a bit of pushing and pulling going in the area, so the referee wants to have a word here. I do think Ipswich have got a slight height advantage. Can they take advantage of it here with this set piece?
He looked lively there, Morris, down the right-hand side, and it's going to be a corner then to Ipswich from the right, and it comes. It's a hanging one. Goalkeeper's underneath it. He's not got it either. Mistake. Harrison turns it back across goal. There's 4 players on the line for Blackburn, and then the header goes over the top from Wolfenden. And neither goalkeeper's handling's been that good, and Raya sort of scratches his head. He knows he should have done better there, and it was a hanging cross. It's always his own man actually collides with on the far post. Harrison does well to get it back in there, but Wolfenden can't keep it down, and it's over the bar.
Yeah, it wasn't a great goalkeeper. Neither keeper have covered themselves in glorious stages today, as Blackburn are going to make their final change now of the afternoon with 8 minutes of normal time left to go. Just want to see who's coming off. Bradley Dack it is who's going to make way. And I think Tony Mowbray will be pretty happy with his first exploits in the Championship for Blackburn. He's got a goal to his name. He's worked hard this afternoon. He's got in some really crucial areas as well. Had a hand in Danny Graham's equaliser. And so Bradley Dack will be pretty pleased. I'm not entirely sure who's coming on from it.
No, we haven't seen the number there. No, they're just showing his goal again, aren't they, on the screen in front of us. Couldn't miss really. Good play from Williams down the left side. He's getting the high fives from his teammates. Craig Conway's actually coming on. A bit of experience in midfield, former Cardiff man. The part of the midfield there for Blackburn.
Maybe an indication, John, that they're going to take what they've got here, because I'd say Conway's more of a holding midfield than Dack, and he might just want to shore up that midfield and make sure they don't give anything away in these remaining moments. We're in the last 10 minutes at Portman Road. It is still Ipswich 1, Blackburn 2. We've had chances at both ends to add to the scoreline. Blackburn will feel they should be 3-1 ahead on 78 minutes. Bradley Dack got into the penalty area, crossed from the byline right across the 6-yard box. Elliot Bennett in the back post. His effort was blocked, but the clearance was a poor one, straight into the path of substitute Casey Palmer. He hit the target with a shot from 10 yards, but he really should have hit the back of the net, and Ipswich were able to scramble the ball away. Ipswich have made a change as well, with youngster Ben Morris coming on, and he's looked lively since his arrival. He put a cross in, which Harrison couldn't make the most of, and then he cut in from the right, and his left-footed shot was saved by Raya. Still 2-1 to Blackburn.
And we're inside what the final almost 7 minutes of the game. It's to the left side though, and it's gone straight out of play. Just wonder whether that was the chance for Ipswich for Ben Morris. Norwich have equalised, by the way, in their game with Birmingham. So 1-1 there at St Andrews. Plenty of goals in the Championship in the opening round of fixtures. 2-1 to Derby last night. A couple more games to come. Swansea are playing Sheffield United 5:30 game. And tomorrow Leeds kick off their campaign relegated Stoke, who are favourites. Middlesbrough back in it against Millwall, so it's 2-1 in that game at the New Den. Just waiting for the goal scorer to come up on that one. It's 2-1 to Blackburn in this one, and we're in the 85th minute. It's looking for Nuttall here for Blackburn, but it's tidy up. It's on the left-hand side. Ref's giving a free kick actually to Ipswich, but it's tugging the back of the Ipswich player. Martin Braithwaite got the goal for Middlesbrough. And now Ipswich in centre field with Shalabar out to the right-hand side. It's Danassian into Morris. Morris, good little turn again. He's all right since he's come on. He's back into Shalabar. Once again, it's with the men in blue trying to work it midway inside the Blackburn half. It's Harrison who'd come deep to collect that ball, but then Blackburn have dealt with it. This is where they could be dangerous on the counter-attack down the right-hand side. And Blackburn played from right to left. Brilliant ball into the box, looking for Nuttall, but the header was terrible on the far post there. Great ball from right to left. It might have been Elliot Bennett on the right-hand side, but now suddenly the game's opening up and Ipswich coming forward. They've suddenly got 3 up in this attack. Maybe an opportunity into the penalty area. Twisting and turning, shot comes in. Oh, and it's somehow gone wide of the target from Gleon Edwards. I think it took a deflection maybe, but it's gone behind. And well, Ipswich have had another chance down that right flank. Brilliant skill from Edwards to get away from Williams down the right flank, but then he wasn't finished there and he got into the penalty area, came back onto his left foot, back onto his right, hits the shot. It's a good block actually. I think it might be Lenihan, the centre half for Blackburn. Wonderful play from Edwards, and Ipswich just haven't done enough of that this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm just about to say, John, why have we not seen that until now? Spurs, the corner swung in, headed away well on the stretch by Nuttall helping out his back line. And I can't believe that we've not seen a bit more of that afternoon. It's only since Ben Morris has come on when they've had a bit more urgency.
Yeah, absolutely. Casey Palmer's got a free kick here for Blackburn. And the number 45 on his back for Blackburn. It's on the edge of their own box. And, well, Gleon Edwards started the game so well with that headed goal, but that was wonderful skill to get away from Derek Williams. Had a good game for Blackburn, but still had an awful lot to do. He was inside his own half when he did the little trick, and he took on Charlie Mulgrew, and credit to Lenihan to get back in there, to get the block in for Blackburn. And time is against Ipswich, but few more signs of encouragement for Ipswich in the last 10 minutes or so. Are they going to fall short? We'll have to wait and see. So with Tyler Aiden down the right side, Francis Harrison on the near touchline, gets back to his feet. Blackburn to take the free kick quickly. The referee's got the card out here. Looks like Birmingham might have won it against Norwich. They scored the second goal to go 2-1 up. I see who's getting booked here for it's one of the Blackburn players, isn't it? I think it's Lenihan, the centre back. Yeah. Not too sure. I don't know, there's a bit of time wasting there from the defender, but nevertheless he's gone into the book. He comes after that excellent block. He's pulled it back again here, safe to take the free kick again. A little bit fussy at times.
Yeah, I mean, fair to look, there's been a bad tackle in the game that I can remember, so he's not had a great deal to mix in. What he has, he's done all right, referee. Was that Bradley Dack claim for a penalty? Nothing doing there. Maybe you could argue that Harrison should have had a penalty in the first half, but I think he's done all right. But as you say, he's a little bit fussy towards the end.
Bolton look like they might have won it at West Brom as well. It's into the box offside here against Ipswich as Harrison strikes it towards goal. So it looks like the Parkinson's men might have won it late as well at the Hawthorn. So Darren Moore not off to a good start since becoming the permanent manager at West Brom. Still time though, and Big Dave Newey has been sent off for Sheffield Wednesday in their game with Wigan.
Might have been in their chances of getting anything out of the game.
3-2 in that match to the home side. And some worried looks on Ipswich Town fans' faces at the start of the season. Welcome to the new season, everybody. It can all go wrong so quickly and so early, can't it?
It's amazing how people get so downhearted after one game. And yes, you could say they've lost at home to a newly promoted side, but there's a lot of young players in this Ipswich team. You have to give them a bit of time to get into the stride. What we've seen of Ben Morris, I think he'll be playing the next game.
Yeah, he's done well, hasn't he? Just an awkward bounce there for the goalkeeper, Białkowski, but did well to come to the edge of his penalty area. And it's going to be Ipswich, sure, they've given that away. Blackburn suddenly have 3 up, and they don't play it right though, but Ipswich suddenly there's a bit more space out there. And it's Wilshire who's got the could be the winner for Bolton. It's Howard Edwards on the right side for Ipswich. Not a good ball in though. Green deals with it and it comes to a yellow shirt. And Conway it is. He's just got steady influence in midfield now for Blackburn. We're into the final minute. We're just going to wait and see how much time we're going to have added on. Chalabar's been a bit more effective in this second half. He's got fouled as well. So a chance for Ipswich to get it in the box here. Silly foul to give away from Smallwood. And it's going to be he's going to be booked for it.
Yeah, I don't think that was a good challenge, to be honest with you, from Smallwood. He panicked a little bit. I think Chalabar turned him and he was worried that he was going to run towards the edge of the penalty area, so it's going to be another yellow card. We said that there's not been a bad tackle in the game. You've got 4 yellow cards.
Yeah. Well, here's a chance for Ipswich. Yeah, a chance to get it forward into the penalty area. Smallwood in the book. Chalabar's going forward here. All hands on deck for Blackburn to try and protect this 2-1 lead as we approach stoppage time. It's going to be Knudsen, the left back, has come over from the left side to take this free kick. Well, they've played it down the right channel there into the box. I'm sure it's a training ground routine one because it's forced Edwards a bit wide. I'm not sure he was necessarily expecting it. It's played into the area now. He's gone right across. Oh, he's found the corner of the net. It's gone right in. And Ipswich look like they've salvaged a point. And it looks like it's Tayo Aidun who's getting the acclaim from the Ipswich players. One of those that he played into the penalty area. It seems to have gone all the way in. And Blackburn have surrendered the lead right at the death. Ipswich look like they've got a point. It's 2-2.
Well, they'll be absolutely livid on the Blackburn bench because it's a nothing goal, really. The ball's played down the right-hand channel for Edwards. He just about holds off his man, plays it back towards the edge of the area, and it is the substitute, isn't it, Dunn, who swings in the ball left-footed, and they've all just left it, thinking that it was going to drift wide, and it sneaked its way into the far corner, and that is worst-case scenario for Blackburn Rovers, who looked like they were going to hold on for 3 points, and pretty comfortably, it has to be said as well.
It's 2-1 Bolton in the West Brom game.
A minute into stoppage time.
Yeah, we don't know how much stoppage time we're actually going to have. And just say that Rotherham's misery has been worsened. They're 5 down at Brentford. Made a fine start to the season. But Ipswich have got something to build on now. It's amazing how suddenly, from the depths of despair, a home defeat looming on the first day of the season. They might even win it, Ipswich here. They've played it down the right-hand side. We've got 4 minutes added on at the end of the match. But how many times do you see it where the ball's played into the box like that, no one gets a touch on it?
Yeah, it's no real kick in the teeth for Blackburn. We've had a dramatic late equaliser in stoppage time. It's Ipswich 2, Blackburn 2. It didn't look like coming, and it was a shot from nothing, really, to be honest with you. More of a cross from Edun, the substitute. He got it back off Edwards, and from about 25 yards out, slung the ball in left-footed, which was swinging towards goal. Everybody missed it, including the goalkeeper, Raya, and it's found its way in at the far corner. It's Ipswich 2, Blackburn 2, into stoppage time.
It's played forward over the top here. Blackburn just have to be a little bit careful that they don't end up with nothing from this match. It's played into the halfway line. Just goes to show what you do in pre-season. Doesn't matter in the season starts. Fleetwood won all their pre-season matches and they've lost at home to Wimbledon in League One. So Joey Barton makes a losing start. Norwich have snatched the late equaliser as well in their game with Birmingham having conceded after 89 minutes. We only got a matter of seconds here. We're having a look at Aiden's goal again. It goes all the way to the goalkeeper. Actually takes a step to the left there and he can't get back across. I think that goes down as a goalkeeping error. He's almost expecting someone to get a touch on it and that hasn't been the case. And Blackburn down the right-hand side, it's swung into the area. Goalkeeper's behind that though, and well, maybe still time for Ipswich here. They belt it forward over the halfway line. Through looking at the watch, so just play with an injury there. Just sort of feel for Ipswich. The ball, of course, the ball came to him as well, and
barely kick it.
He's on it again. Actually, he's thinking it might be Edwards who's playing on one leg there towards the end of the game. It's played forward here by Ipswich. They might have a chance for one more attack. It's with the goal scorer Aiden, but he's just brushed off it there by Nyambe for Blackburn. He's not done too much with it. Lucky to get it. Middlesbrough snatched the late equaliser as well, so a lot of games have finished. Looks like they're going to finish 2-2.
We had a late winner for Derby. We had a late winner for Sunderland in stoppage time in the earlier League One games, and we've had a late equaliser in our game, and there's goals still going in at stoppage time.
Yeah, absolutely. Ipswich maybe sniffing a winner here in the last few seconds. It's played into the penalty area. It's gone beyond it actually. Here's Edward, brilliant control, great ball in as well, and needed the header from Mulgrew to get it away, and at the end Blackburn actually hanging on here. Ipswich Still attacking, it's Donasian who swings in, goalkeeper's come for it, and this time he does catch it, does Raya needed to as well. A few loose shirts were in there, but suddenly a bit of urgency from Ipswich right at the end.
Yeah, and I suppose if you'd have asked Tony Mowbray as the full-time whistle.
Right, so full-time 2-2 between Ipswich and Blackburn. I'm going to run through all the other results from today. They're not all going to be finished, but I'm going to run through the majority of them. And then we'll keep streaming for another 5 minutes, waiting for them all to be full-time. So if we click on here, we click on scores and fixtures. Here we go, so it's full-time confirming this game. Bristol City 1, 9 and Forest 1. And Bolton are beating West Brom 2-1. We obviously know that. Wait, let's refresh the page. Because Middlesbrough scored this 2-1 that game. It says 2-1 there. Right, so 2-1 Birmingham Norwich. Brentford are winning 5-0 against Rotherham. Millwall Middlesbrough, that's 2-2. Preston look like they're going to win against QPR. And Wigan 3-2 up against Sheffield Wednesday. And League One, Gillingham have won 2-0 against Accrington. Wimbledon are beating Fleetwood 1-0. Walsall are beating Plymouth 2-1. Other games, oh no, here we go. Barnsley winning 4-0. That's probably going to be a 4-0 win for Barnsley. And they're probably going to go top of the league. Batton have lost 2-1 to Rochdale. Scunthorpe are beating Coventry 2-1. Peterborough are beating Bristol Rovers 2-1. Bradford are beating Shrewsbury 1-0. Doncaster look like they're going to beat Southend, and it's going to be 0-0 between Wycombe and Blackpool. Portsmouth look like they're going to beat Luton. And Barry are beating Yeovil 1-0. But yeah, it's 90th minute. Yeah, pretty much. We have 2 more players, so that is fair enough. And they're a newly relegated side, so probably expected to lose that game. Crawley winning 1-0 at Shelton. Crewe 6-0 v Morecambe. I thought the 5-0 was bad, but 6-0 in that game. Exeter beat Carlisle 3-1. Forest Green beat Grimsby 4-1. I think it was 1-0 Grimsby at half-time. It's a good comeback from Forest Green. Mansfield beating Newport 3-0. Lincoln beating Northampton 1-0. Notts County Colchester 0-0. Oldham MK Dons 2-1 MK Dons. Port Vale beat Cambridge 3-0. Stevenage drew 2-2 to Tranmere and Macclesfield beating Swindon 2-1 in their first game back in League 2. So we're going to refresh the page, see if all the results confirmed now. Those are most likely going to be the final scores. Oh no, Rotherham have got one back. Don't really matter, but they have. There was another game that wasn't full time. Yeah, 2-2, 1-0. That's all the same. Barnsley won 4-0. That game's still going on. Yeah, I think all them games were finished. Crawley's still winning. Full-time Yeovil lose 1-0, which kind of expected. Mansfield probably going to win. Lincoln probably going to win. If you're interested in any of the National League games, these are the scores. Who was relegated? Barnet 0-0 v Aldershot. Chesterfield won their first game 1-0 v Ipswich. So we'll look at the tables now, and then we'll probably end off the stream. But don't worry, I will be live again for Swansea versus Sheffield United. So we'll look at the Championship first. So Brentford top of the league. I think they have won 5-1. Wigan second after their 3-2 win. Bolton third off their 2-1 win. Derby won 2-1 as well. Preston won 1-0. And then those are all the teams that have won games. Rest here have drawn: Birmingham, Ipswich, Middlesbrough, Millwall, Norwich and Blackburn, all drawing 2-2 in their games. Bristol City and Nottingham Forest drawing 1-1. And obviously these teams losing. Sheffield Wednesday losing 3-2, Reading losing 2-1, West Brom losing 2-1, QPR losing 1-0 and Rotherham losing 5-1. Look at the League One table now. If it works. Oh, here we are. No, I thought that said Bradford. Never mind. Let's refresh this because that's not loading. I keep typing in what I say. Here we go. So Barnsley winning the league. They won 4-0 in the end. Gillingham won 2-0. Doncaster won 3-2, I think. Peterborough won 2-1. Rochdale, I think, won 2-1. Scunthorpe, I think, won 2-1. Sunderland won 2-1. Walsall won 1-0. I think Wimbledon did as well. I think, yeah, Bradford and Portsmouth won 1-0. Blackpool Wycombe only draw in League One. 0-0 was the score, I believe. Unless they scored 2 goals in the last minute. And then these teams losing: Southend, Bristol Rovers, Burton, Charlton, Coventry and Plymouth all losing by 1 goal. So did Luton, Shrewsbury and Fleetwood, and then Accrington losing by 2 goals and Oxford losing by 4 to Barnsley, who I predicted would win the league, and they're already winning the league. So I think that was a good prediction by me, but we're only 1 game in out of 46, so anything could happen. They could still finish last. Table: Crewe won 6-0, so they're obviously top. Forest Green won 4-1, they're second. Mansfield won 3-0, I think. Port Vale won 3-0 as well, I believe. Exeter won 3-1. MK Dons won 2-1. Maxfield won 2-1. Bury won 1-0. Crawley won 1-0. Lincoln won 1-0. And then Stevenage, Tranmere, Colchester and Notts County all drawing their games. Stevenage Tranmere was 2-1. Colchester Notts County was 0-0, I think. And then Oldham, Swindon, Cheltenham, Northampton, Yeovil losing by 1 goal. Carlisle losing by 2. Grimsby, Cambridge, Newport losing by 3, and then Morecambe losing by 6. So those are the tables and all the results. What's the time now? So 25 minutes will be the kick-off for Swansea, Sheffield Wednesday. Should have commentary for that, so I'll start a stream in about 15 to watch the next stream in about 15-20 minutes, and I'll hope to see you guys there.